Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing today?
Is that a question for me?
I mean, yeah, it was kind of like a general, but
I am one person. I'm not everybody, but
all right.
I'm
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 just
doing pretty good. I hope chat is doing good today because we have, as you can see on your screen right now, we got 303 versus first attempt.
awesome, and well, I certainly hope that we're gonna be seeing some extremely hype gameplay here. Light Rose, can you tell me what are we looking at as far as their standings today? What is on the line here for each team if they lose?
Well, we are getting late into the season, and it's every single win counts. You want to be in that top 6 threshold to get into the playoffs. So these mid to lower tier teams, these are really what counts. And over time, that 1 point difference could literally going to the playoffs or not. So if you win these, you got to win them definitively. You got to win them all because you're in for the fight. You're in it to win it, and that is really what it is, because both of these teams are on the lower end of the standings.
Yeah, so even small things like round differentials here could honestly make or break it, and so that means that we're going to be seeing both these teams today playing off pretty competitively. Even more so than usual. Every round counts, every life and death counts, and we should be seeing some sweat come through here.
All right, yeah, I mean, looking at the bottom of your screen, you got maps, and we're going to Cafe Villa, and we have never seen those maps before, I tell you. In Tier 3 SCS, who goes to Cafe and Villa?
I don't know, man, but I think that I've only ever casted Villa in this tournament here, this series. I think that I've never actually had any other map other than Villa, like every single time. But I'm excited. I love Villa. It's kind of you got a lot of different play styles there. I especially love when you just make the defenders just make these labyrinths that the attackers have to come through, and then you just got Sledge coming in making his own doors. And I also love the multi-tiered gameplay of both of these maps too. You get a lot of verticality going on in especially Kafe, it really is kind of a different vibe on those two maps than you get from your other metas like Coastline and Consulate. So I'm really excited to see what 303 and first attempt are going to be pulling off here, especially on Kafe. It's a personal favorite of mine.
Going over to the stat lines, you can see we've got 303. Look at all this beautiful information. We can see where they've kind of gone throughout the season. And Cafe, they haven't had the best of luck. They've had 2 map losses, and they've had 1 Villa win. So that is going in their favor. And then you look at all these members of 303 generally doing pretty well. You see 3 members just over that 1 kill 1.0 average score line, and only Tractive and Silver just really on the bottom. But so you can see the support, the flank watch, their job is not to get those entry kills, just like Vivacious and Sovereign. Their job is to really support them, make sure that these rounds do go in 303's direction, because as we mentioned, this round differential is absolutely huge going into this season.
Absolutely, and especially just seeing Vivacious is his entry potential here. We're definitely going to be seeing a lot of different strats we pull up, and that's a good point. The hard support and flank watch, yeah, they're not out there trying to get kills, so you can actually tell everyone on this team is really playing their roles to the best of their ability. They're playing their roles exactly how they're meant to be. So let's pull up first attempt here, and let's see what we're going to be seeing out of them. And yeah, actually pretty much the same. We got about the same thing looking at this. You got a lot of entry potential here, especially looking at Casper 21-16. That's pretty crazy. Looking down as well, you've got your flex and your support also pulling just slightly under that 1.0. And what's actually really impressive here is how evenly matched all of these players are. This is a very well-rounded team. We've got basically Flitties and Casper, pulling up the top, and then everyone else kind of just really doing their best, supporting that back line. And I'm once again looking at their maps here. It looks like Cafe seems to be their map. I don't know if that's going to be looking at how 303 was looking and how first attempt is looking with Cafe, but I think we've got our predictions laid out for us right here.
I do want to mention though that Jewel is not a part of the first attempt roster now that we just have their stats up, but I believe first attempt is playing with a substitute tonight. Don't exactly quote me on that, but I believe that is what is happening tonight. So just we're not going to see any more of that flex play from Jewel, sadly.
I see, 100% understood. And looks like we've still got a little bit of time before we jump into there. So yeah, just looking at these full standings for the teams here. First attempt 303 right there next to each other here. The points and the maps, just each round differential here is really going to be, kind of make or break for both of these teams.
Yeah, I mean, you're really looking at it's morely Pride through about first attempt to 303. That is kind of the cutoff, the teams that can really get into this. And so first attempt, this win could be absolutely crucial. It literally puts you just actually, depending on how both of these maps go, I believe they could tie Pride and put them in that top 6, pushing Emergence down. And then it's just really up to how they play the rest of these matches and how Emergence, Visionary, and all of them go forth. So this is a really, really important match for first attempt, and they need to get all the wins that they can, and they want to deter 303 because if they start losing this, they sink slower and slower down, and then it's just out of reach, and that's not where you want to be.
That's actually a really good shout to that. Like, yeah, look at first attempt. Like, they are right there. If they flawless this, that kind of solidifies them. And if they go for a 100% loss here, that basically gets them out. So wow, I'm super excited to see. We are going to be seeing first attempt sweat harder than I think Light Rose does on that treadmill that is sitting right behind you.
Yeah, it's a nice little PC area and also fitness. Like it's what you want, right? We've got a little bit over to my right. You've also got a punching bag. You've also got a bike and a treadmill. You know, it's perfect. You play some Siege and then just go work off the calories.
yeah, lose a round and then just run it off and get ready to jump right back in. Get that adrenaline pumping before you first frag. I like it.
Oh yeah. And going into these predictions, we can see that it's pretty split. That we can see some people have 303 and some people have first attempt. And I mean, overall, looking at the rest of these predictions, nobody really has had kind of perfect run. You kind of look at, Wichita Wolves. That was the real kicker. That almost everybody picked Wichita Wolves, and it just nothing.
Yeah, I mean, have you ever seen Chief lose these predictions here? Let's be real. Has he ever been wrong, other than when he's wrong?
It honestly is surprising to me how accurate Chief is with these predictions. Like, I'll see a win, and then Chief will have that prediction right. And it just makes me feel so inferior to Chief.
I think that everyone can feel inferior to Chief, but that's just how life is here at SCS. That's my man's. Let's go ahead and check these ones out as well, these other predictions. And yeah, it is just all over the place with this one. And looks like 303, seems to be the staff pick here. But first attempt, he's got that Chief Choice Awards right there. And we see Smith as well. He's going to be our analyst for the day, and he's picking up first. In Light, I see that you're actually going to go for 303 today.
Yeah, I'm just weighing my options. I don't know. First attempt, they are losing Jewel, so you are going to have a substitute. And so that might throw first attempt somewhat off their game. But, I mean, don't take these predictions 100% to heart. It's just who we think will come out in the end, but it's obviously completely up in the air. First attempt, what's interesting is I'm looking at the only first attempt pick you see on your screen. Smith was actually the one to pick Emergence. Pond, Red Pill, and Smith were the only ones to pick Emergence in that Wichita Wolves match. And it looks like most of the people who did pick Emergence are going to go first attempt. So I don't know, that might tell you something.
Is that? Yeah, that's wow. Lyro's here really going in for that full color casting of the SCS staff predictions.
I'm pretty sure Red Pool actually picked everybody's opposite. So I don't know if we can we'll take that with a grain of salt.
I think that there's like some sort of political compass where you've got Chief on one side and then Red Pool basically on the opposite.
Oh my god. Yes. Somebody needs to make that in the
Somebody needs to
in the
the
true
political
accuracy of predictions.
Love to hear it. And yeah, so as we're looking, we're going to be seeing first attempt at 303 stacking into their game here, and looks like we got some friendly banter in the chat. I know that the Twitch chat can't see our current observer chat, but I can promise you that 303 and first attempt are having some nice conversations while we get ready to wait up. And let's check out these team stats here. First attempt 303, and yeah, this is basically just a different look at what we were looking at before. And I'm just looking at these headshots. You know, PK and Sovereign pretty much neck and neck for headshots here, and that kind of tells you something. A lot of people ignore that headshot statistic, but honestly, it's something you got to keep your eyes out for.
I mean, it can kind of show you if somebody has been practicing their aim, if somebody knows where these crosshair goes, good tracking, good game sense in general, because a lot of times somebody's head is just not going to be in certain areas, and you need to know, okay, if I was my enemy, who would I be to be good at Siege, to be good IGLs, to be good teams? You need to get inside your enemy's mind. How would they play? How would they use their utility? Where would they be to pre-fire me? Stuff like that. And these good headshot percentages can kind of show you that, because in the end, it's a one-shot headshot, and that's why sometimes you see these crazy plays, because you only need one bullet. You can kill the entire enemy team with 5 bullets, and PK and Casper might show exactly that.
You're right. And, you know, I've got this super weird glitch where the enemies actually shoot back at me. So usually it takes a little bit more than 5 bullets when I'm playing. But one of the things that is, you know, kind of important in that is you're right. You got to think, how is my enemy going to be playing? And for me, that translates to what is the most annoying thing that I could do that if I were on the opposite team, I would slam my desk. And that's how I try to play.
I would fear playing against you, Artie. What are you gonna be playing? Spider Monkey? You gonna be the upside down repel playing Amaru? Just playing Tachanka? It's
I play Blitz, but I role play as if I am you know, Amaru. And that's kind of how it goes.
That was the worst choice you could have made.
I only need that one bullet though.
My opinion has just lowered immensely.
Chat, I'm looking forward to see what chat says to that in 3 minutes.
That's main. Oh my gosh. We have seen, I remember we did see some Blitz play earlier. When the game that I analyzed, we saw some Blitz play, and it was the most chaotic, crazy round ever. Like, you would see people running around. There was a team kill because there was a Malusi running around being flashed, and the thermite came in and team killed the Blitz just to get to the Malusi. And it's just the absolute...
Were you analyzing my public games? Is that's what this sounds like?
Blitz brings so much chaotic energy, and I think that can perfectly exude Artie's.
Yeah, that's about right. So it looks like we're finally going to be loading in here. Kafe Dostoevsky going in for that. We're starting with 303 on attack and first attempts on the defense. And let's see what the bans are going to be.
I'm thinking possibly we're going to see a Thatcher. Might see a Capital coming out. Might see...
You always see that Thatcher on Kafe.
Yeah, you see Thatcher everywhere. I think Coastline might be one of the only maps that you don't ban Thatcher, and that's just because there is no hard breach that really at all. You might only see possibly a Habana and Ace bringing out on certain walls. So Thatcher, he's just a very typical ban. I don't know if that will really ever change, if Ubisoft needs to do a really hardcore rework on him. But
absolutely,
we are going to see a Capital ban coming out from that. And I honestly don't know what these defensive bans might be.
Yeah, I mean, Cafe, you can kind of go any which way with these bands. Mira is one of the ones that usually comes out here, especially Villa as well. Sometimes Mira is pulled out on that, and this other one, could be anywhere, could really go any which way. I'm thinking Jaeger maybe, but no, it is going to be Wamai. So there you go, some more grenade denial, same kind of thought process there. And now we are going to be finally jumping into the match here. And I'm super excited. We got PK ask if Echo is in play. I know that there's a little bit of confusion revolving that. It's like, yes, he is going
He
to
is
be
allowed.
allowed here.
I don't know if we'll exactly see Echo play because his drones are not invisible anymore, and that you're not really gonna get much use out of that because that was the real reason that people played him. Once you good players, you'll be able to hear something. Once you get that zap, you'll be able to find it very immediately. Like mediocre players, they get that like me. They get blasted, and then they just spend about 10 seconds fumbling around trying to find that echo drone. Yeah, and this is me, by the way. I'm talking about me. So
All good, all good. One of the things we just saw here, we saw a couple six picks come in. We saw Sledge come out, we saw Castle come out, and that's kind of how it goes here in Cafe. We are going to be starting down on the surprisingly, we're starting on the second floor here. Usually, people like to start up on the third floor, but I think that they're just going to be saving that for figuring out. You always want to start, especially if you're a good defending team, you want to start out where you can kind of flex around and see how the attackers are going to be playing. And what you really want to do is you want to focus on how the attacking team is going to be executing here, and then kind of adjusting and playing to that.
Cafe is one of those maps where you can really go anywhere for your first bomb site, at least. You could go kitchen, you could go third floor, and like you said, we've seen a lot more of this second floor. Either going reading. A lot of these cafe sites are perfectly viable, and we see them about an equal amount. And you'll see kitchen and third floor more, but they're still there. These second floor sites are still there, so it's not perfectly out of the ordinary for first attempt to really go on this second floor. But the real question is, how are 303 gonna start taking this? We are seeing the zero in play. That is what I want
Finally.
to see. He's the first. This is first couple weeks that we've seen him being able to be played. And I haven't really seen anything that is just absolutely pointing out to me. And Flynn, you're gonna want that back because there was no damage done to 303, and you took a lot of damage there.
Oh no, Flint gonna be hoping that nobody saw that when we all saw that. But yeah, that was actually a pretty good attempt there to, at least you got some information. But yeah, you always see the attacking team coming through the roof, regardless of what floor it's on. Really, the only difference is when it is first floor. But gonna be seeing Zero jumping in right now, and I'm excited to see what he's gonna do. However, he's gonna be going through, going for that clearing, going for that that whole meta game of clearing all that utility here. But let's see what is actually going to happen, because we still have a lot of defenders that are roaming up on that floor, and the attacking team, they haven't really acknowledged too much that they've got neighbors.
Explosive neighbors at that, as that C4 sadly is going to get nothing, and another C4 thrown, and just only a tiny bit of damage done to Krill. Definitely not enough to deter anything, as the members of First Attempt, they are still being very passive by Cocktail. We're seeing a lot of damage being done to this vertical floor by 303, cameras being set up by Trake. And right now, First Attempt, they aren't really doing anything to deter this vertical play. But as time slowly dwindles away, this means 303 is going to have to engage onto the site. And that's why we might see First Attempt go forward as Versailles takes out Vicacious. And the first kill of the match goes to First Attempt.
There we go. That is something that actually I wasn't really expecting, especially we were watching Sledge kind of reflooring that third floor. But Flinty's gonna be coming right out and gonna be bringing this into a 3v5 here. That was a pretty good peak on his end there, and that's gonna be getting rid of a lot of their it doesn't get rid of their entries so much as just their information players. Ash and Zero, really being played there for that run around fast movement information. But we're going to be seeing First Attempt really have a nice edge here, especially as Casper picks up Silver here. Going to just be down to Sovereign, who's going to be going down here as well. So now it's up to Papa Sledge, and let's see if he's going to be able to clutch this 1v5 up here. He's going to be turning this corner here. He is going to be able to pick up one here, Flinties, and going down 1v4 situation. He doesn't have too much information on where they are, but he does have, the entirety of this floor to just look down into and just say, where are you?
Yeah, only I wish I could get down there, but he doesn't know that somebody's in Cigar, and barely gonna miss that. And right there, 0 deaths for Krill, but sadly, a lot of deaths for first attempt there. Or excuse me, 303 is they're going to lose that first round. And now second floor, this means that first attempt, they're going to be able to go any site that they want. They're going to have that 1 round lead. And that could mean that a momentum swing is very, very much in play here.
Yeah, that was almost flawless for you know, for first attempt, and they did a pretty great job on that. And I think that 303 is going to have to quite adjust their way of play here, specifically with their speed and execution, because they really let that timer just trickle down.
I think they did play that very well. They're playing the patient waiting game. I mentioned that they were hiding back in cocktail, and as that timer slowly moved down, 303, they weren't able to find anybody through that vertical play, and just they had to move forward. They had to really kind of rush their strategies because they just didn't work. And there we go. First attempt was just waiting waiting for all these picks, and that's exactly what happened. Great job by Flinty. We saw some really good peaks coming out from that. And sadly, they did lose that duel against the Sledge, but honestly, you kind of got to give it to him. That was a pretty good peak by the Sledge.
Flitties was definitely he was doing some work, and it's just unfortunate that it didn't go in his favor here. We are going to be seeing Maestro come out here, and boy, oh boy, do I love Maestro. Those evil eyes here, especially on Kafe. There's so many different opportunities for just like these interesting angles and interesting plays that can, kind of make or break it when it comes down to shutting down a site. And especially since we see 303, they swapped out Sledge. And so really the only way that they're going to be able to clear out those cams is with Ash and Zoff. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen this round as we already get into it. We see 303 scaling up to the top of the building.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this was the patch that Zero actually got his frag grenades taken away.
Yes. Yes. Zero is no longer Fraggy Boy. So I think that he is going to be stuck between. He's now a hard breacher. But so he's got that hard breach, and he's also got claymores, I believe. But yeah, the Zero did undergo some changes here, and which is interesting is we're now seeing him come into the competitive play. But I'm just really excited to see because he is such a good information player for attackers.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see how he really can be played, like how he can use through the reinforcements, how he can really capitalize on the enemy just not being aware of their surroundings, not being able to point out where these cameras are doing. And that's really where Zero, not even just in the game, just in general, as a character.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
People's flaws.
And I'm excited to see how he's played as well, because when I'm not playing Blitz, I'm playing Zero. And, it's been really surprising when I'm playing up in these competitive games and I see that people just straight up don't shoot Zero's cameras. So not a lot of players are used to his utility yet, even though he's been in for a while. We already seen Ash taking out that evil eye there. And we're watching first attempt kind of come in on top of these players, but 303 still has yet to really engage. And once again, they are playing patiently, but that timer trickling down is going to be kind of to their detriment here. Casper going to be doing some massive damage up against Vicacious, and Flinty is going to be going for these little peaky cheeky breaky headshots, but he's holding down his angle, but unfortunately they're not going to be pushing him just yet.
Yeah, still first attempt. They're still playing the waiting game, and that should come out for them as Fenty being very patient, waiting and catching Sovereign right out of thin air. And now first attempt, they have the man advantage once again as time just starts trickling down.
Not only do they have the man advantage, but they also have a massive health advantage. Vicacious is pretty much dead at this point, just a one shot, and Vicacious is going to be going down here. Silver going to be not dealing any damage, but unfortunately he's going to get dropped down to half HP. Looks like they're going to be dropping off that third story balcony here, and they're going to be trying to breach into the site right now with only 18 seconds remaining, though. First attempt really has this round laid out for him. However, Silver is going to be getting that diffuser down, and first attempt just going to be kind of clearing the board here, taking out Zero, moving down to try to figure out where they are going to be able to come in here. Silver going down as well. It looks like it's honestly kind of over for 303 here.
Yeah, you've just got Krill, who is going to get somewhat jiggle-peeked by Fint. And there we go, 3-0 first attempt. They are going to get that defuse on the second round. And right now, first attempt, they just seem to be having a blast of a time. They're really able to, I'm trying to think of the word. So, the flaws. They're pointing out the flaws, and it's something executing on them. Darn
Absolutely.
words. They just get a hold of you sometimes.
It's okay. Words are hard. I don't even speak English. I'm just kind of pretending here. But yeah, no, totally understandable when but yeah, that we are really seeing first attempt kind of just like they're just going at it. They took their time in the first round. They learned what the play style was, and then kind of faster than a lot of other teams that I've seen. They really just learned how to react super quick to what 303 was doing. And 303 has yet to even get a foothold in here.
Yeah, first attempt, they're adapting on the fly, and they just have execution ready. If things go awry, these hatches are open, playing in areas that allow for easy rotates available. And that's just really good job by them, able to just adapt on the fly. And 303 doesn't really seem to be the same for them. It seems that they're doing these default strategies, but the first attempt know how to work around them, and then they're just stuck. 303 doesn't really know what to do from there.
Yeah. Speaking of default strategies, I love Kafe's kitchen site specifically for the fights that you see in bakery because or in that little shop window. What I love about that front area is that you always see players dedicating their entire round to just holding that section, and the fights that occur on this site are honestly the most fun in the entire game, in my opinion.
I mean, you could really do that a lot of ways. You could throw frag grenades in there. You could throw a flash in and just run on in. You could use these ash charges, destroy deployable shield, which is not in play. Sometimes you'll see that, but it's just it is a very exciting thing because it's just so open. It's so there. You break down the door and somebody is right on the other side of that bakery half wall, and it makes for very exciting spectating.
Absolutely, and we're going to be seeing 303 and first attempt here. They're all going to be, rivaling in on just various portions of the map here. And 303 is kind of going for this split attempt here. They're kind of all around the map, which is going to be giving first attempt a little bit of a run for their money. And just as I was saying, kind of Caster's curse here. 303 didn't actually go for that shop front execution here. They're kind of going from the top down.
I don't know if top down is the way here because in these last two rounds, that's what's really gone on is vertical play. That's what 303 has defaulted to. And they might be going for the same. And first attempt really know how to go around that. So will it exactly work out? I don't know. And I think we
I
lost. Did you lose connection?
Yeah, I believe there has been a slight technical difficulty. Not quite sure what ended up happening. Maybe our observer has crashed, but it looks like we're actually. Oh no, never mind. We are going to be back in. Just a small hiccup, and looks like we're back in sync here, everybody. Just a slight delay on the casting side of things. We will try to be working that out here. Very shortly. Sorry about that, but we're just going to go ahead and switch for just a second. Watching now, not much has changed in the round here. We lost about 30 seconds, but we're going to be seeing first attempt once again, just winding down that time there. 303 is yet to execute. There's only 50 seconds left, and Sledge going to be remodeling the floors yet again as we jump down here. We're going to be seeing Zero attempt to get some information out, but I believe during that little intermission, we saw Zero shoot a couple cameras that have been since destroyed, and we're going to be seeing a lot of camera play coming out from first attempt. 30 seconds left on the clock. Let's see what 303 is going to be able to execute here, and looks like not much. They do have a health advantage here. Vicacious and Triquarium are going to be down, but Bait and Casper are going to be basically one shot here. We are going to be seeing first attempt lose the man advantage here, and this is going to be changing the pace here for 303, especially as it's going to be going down to a 4-1. Sovereign going to be picking up a kill, Trake and Silver as well, so it's going to be down to a 4-1 just up to Flinties with his little peak headshots here. He's not going to be able to take it, and we are going to be seeing 303 take round 3.
And there we go. They got the first kill, and they were able to execute on that. And that vertical play, it did come out in the end, but I think it just they won their gunfights. We saw first attempt. They really were spread out all across that first floor. And there wasn't really anything that, they didn't have a true dedicated roam. We all saw they were just mostly on that first floor. So good on 303 for definitely stopping that momentum, making sure that, once these sites reset, I think we could have totally seen a 6-0 roll through, because if you lose both the second floor sites and kitchen, and they could just do the exact same thing and go to third floor, which is even more defender sided, that is just, you're just going to go up against the struggle bus. So going back down to kitchen, we're seeing the same thing happening, but is there any difference that first attempt are really going to try to do? Because there's nothing changing for 303.
Yeah, once again, dude, caster's curse. Why does this keep happening to us? As soon as we say, oh, I don't know if that, that vertical play is going to work out, and it did. I think that a lot of that has to do with Sledge remodeling floors and Zero going for that extra information. But yeah, 303 was actually able to, turn up this round, and I'm super excited. We are seeing first attempt go a little bit different with their operator choice this time around. And I think that is going to be changing up the pace, especially as we keep that Malusi in, we keep that Valkyrie in, but this time pulling out Kaid and Mute. I think that things are going to be going a little bit different here, but time will tell. We see 303 pile in, and they're not piling in from the top this time, or are they? We see them. Yep, nope. We are seeing Spider-Man up, and well, that's the way it goes.
Yeah, that top floor it's really just the best way to get in. You've got Skylight, you've got New Balcony, you've also got Red Stairs Hatch. Like, you've got 3 ways of getting this on the third floor. You drone it out, and really from there, you're in the building, and that's when the real game can start. But ooh, Rasai finding just its small head of Sovereign and taking it off, and Casper finding Vicacious as well. And now it's a 5v3, and a minute has just gone by. You've got both your fraggers down. That is not a good start.
That is not a great start. However, last round we saw kind of everyone in 303 pick it up. It was almost a team ace in that. But really, Krill and Triquarium, they're the ones that were kind of carrying that last round. So let's see if they are going to still be able to pull this off here. As we see Silver coming up, Rasai going to be looking up through the floor there. Krill going to be starting his remodel and train, and let's see what's going to happen as oh wow, just that preemptive knowledge there. He just knew exactly where Valk was going to be placing those cams. We got Silver placing his spicy bread up there, getting ready to breach in. This top down gameplay should be doing some work, and well, nice peeking here by Krill. Not going to be finding anything too much here. He's going to be just rotating back around, and first attempt could be having to bake themselves into the site here. We're seeing them play a lot more carefully right now.
The way Silver was breaching that hatch is just super interesting to me. Committing 2 of those Selma hard breaches and going on the outside simply because Bait, did electrify that, but the surrounding explosion got through, and now you essentially wasted an Electro Claw. You did waste 1 Selma, but in the end, that's just really what Silver's job is. So 303 now, they've got access to some sort of site, but Flinty is waiting around the corner, and Krill absolutely not. Just come out of thin air, and now are we looking at another possible flawless round? But ooh, the sprays are going to give that away, and not enough. We're going to drop, and just first attempt finally getting that flawless round they were so close to getting in that first round.
Yeah, there we go. We really see them, playing for time and really baking themselves in the corners. Flinties, though, really is the man of the hour right now. Those corner peaks, I can honestly, I think I heard Krill gasp as he went around that corner, just seeing just how unexpected Flinty is, just like getting up into these spots. And yeah, I think that first attempt really has this cut out for him. We're not going to be seeing any 6 picks here. We're finally going to be seeing PK stick up with this Goyo here. Oh,
Wrong.
Caster's curse.
Wrong. All right, we gotta put a counter on the screen. How many times we contradict ourselves?
I think
we're at least 3 right now.
I think we need to. We need to start just like, if Artie says literally anything relating to strategy or color, just expect the opposite every single time.
So we're seeing Castle. Castle being brought was not here on mining. Usually what we see him is just to soak up that utility. We see him on that big door, but why would PK? My thoughts for bringing Castle would be just to reinforce that one window looking into mining, and that doesn't seem to be the case. So
Personally, I don't think I've ever seen Castle be useful on the second floor. Like, yeah, you're entirely right. You know, you've got that one door, and you've got a couple different areas. But I mean, you know, the main places that you want to reinforce, you know, in trade, you can't put a castle barrier over those walls there. And you know, I mean, sure, there are a few doors here, but you know, I think that Castle, you know, if PK chose Castle for this site, I gotta trust that he knows what he's doing here with that pick. We're going to be seeing Krill, you know, breaking up these windows, but for the first time, I think 303 has decided that they're not all going to be coming in from the top.
yeah, they're really going in from the bottom now. They're going in from front door. We see Sovereign going up the red stairs. So very different type of take. I believe they do know that they are going to be on train and mining. So I think that's a very good choice by them, adapting on the fly. And already Sovereign just being very sneaky, taking out PK. Vacation's just very close to taking out another one in 303. They've got a good head start. First attempt now are on their toes and down a man.
I think Sovereign's been caught off guard by Flinty so many times that he's like, screw it, I'm gonna play like Flinty right now. And he just snuck up right up behind PK and took him out. And you see this pixel peeping right there as he's just watching. That angle is pretty perfect. You can see right through both sites there. We see Rasai here, nice little staring contest. They both are just waiting for the other to peek here. Silver gonna be throwing them spicy loaves of bread in there and just watching as you know, the barriers open up, and first attempt has to kind of re-rotate out as they are slowly losing cover on these sites here. We got Krill coming in. He has yet to kind of make his way in yet. However, I think that 303 is actually going to be playing first attempts, you know, kind of style against them with that timer running down here. 303 is going to be allowing them to just, you know, kind of getting in one by one. And Resai peeked out. Krill, what were you doing? Was Krill asleep? Was Krill asleep? You didn't even shoot him.
I honestly thought that was not going to work out, but Diffuser going down, and it's just not going to work out. Suddenly, first attempt, they have the advantage and control of area around it. And now we are going to start to see first attempt take it, but 303 suddenly bounce back. Diffuser starting to go down. Bait, C4 is ready.
Is it gonna pull?
And it's not.
Oh, he does! He waited until he was running away and he did it. I actually was not expecting that. We are just gonna be seeing bait now. It is gonna be the 1v2 situation right here. Vicacious and Traquarium are gonna be holding down this diffuser with their life. Let's see if bait's gonna be able to pull up here. He's basically just got his SMG and these pixel perfect strats. They're nice headshot right there. However, we see Vicacious with a very low health deficit. He's gonna be waiting outside. This is that cheeky strat here. However, if bait goes through the window, he will have a slight advantage here, but unfortunately I don't know if he knows that you know, we're gonna be seeing Ash waiting outside for him. He goes to the defuse. Wait, does Vicacious know? Is Vicacious waiting for the moment? Is he waiting for you know, that bait? Let's see if bait can come right out. Unfortunately, no, he's not gonna be looking the right direction. Vicacious is gonna take him out. What an incredibly exciting round.
Yeah, we saw back and forth, back and forth. My question is, was Sovereign standing on an indestructible surface? Was that because bait C4, it went up and there was plenty of time to blow it right before the fuser went down?
I think that bait might have just gotten lucky with that placement. Like I think he knew that he was going to plant in default, like he was going to plant right there, but he was waiting for the confirmation of that diffuser to actually fully go down to know, all right, this boy committed, and that's why he detonated it right after, you know, right after we saw him running away.
Yeah, I think it really could just be that we are in God mode. We see that everything happening, but it's just, I don't know. Seeing that it's just such a tease that once that diffuser is not down, somebody has to go retrieve it, go deploy it, and now bait knows the general vicinity of where this diffuser is. So that could change the round, but 303, if they're able to win this round again, as we're going back to mining. So the style of first attempt might need to change, as did 303. So seeing this general change might be actually really exciting.
My question is, why is first attempt so afraid of the third floor?
I don't know.
Maybe it's a fear of heights.
What's very interesting to me is usually on third floor, what you'll see is a Wamai with a deployable shield. You would almost always see that on Cigar, just hiding.
Factual.
Yeah. So now Wamai, he's banned. He doesn't have his deployable shield. So we might see just a different style of change in this type of game.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess that's true. You know, they kind of were relying on that play style, you know, that meta of having that Wamai there, and so that might be the reason they're avoiding it. However, you know, with the setup they're going for, especially they keep picking up Castle for, you know, for mining. You know, maybe they're just kind of banking on this play here, but we're going to be seeing you know, Rasai going to be kind of just holding out that corner. Sovereign going to be doing the same thing again, and PK going down. I'm having flashbacks. That
That was the exact same thing. That was the literal exact same thing. Sovereign going up red stairs, PK going into that same area and dying the exact same way. We see your excuses, PK.
Why can sound just never work? PK. I'm the one with short-term memory loss, PK, and I know what just happened the last round leading up to that. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. But we are seeing 303 now with that one-man advantage. Are they going to be going in for it? Let's watch them. Let's watch them pick this up here and really go into it. Rasai going to be swinging out here. However, he's going to be getting a little bit of resistance on that side there. But Flinty's going to be here to back it up from that staircase. Flinty's, what are you doing? Sovereign going to be able to pull the double kill. There's Flinty, whiffs worse than I do. And let's just watch here as Bait kind of of backing into the site here, saying, "Oh no, all of our frontline defenses here have been just deleted." And 303 is actually probably going to be tying this up here. They walk into the bomb site, and let's see what's going to happen. Bait's going to be holding this corner here while you know, just waiting for someone to darken up those pixels on the screen here. And Traquarium has yet to file in, but he's just going to be utilizing that zero utility here to kind of cam out, figure out where everyone's playing from, and we just see this turn into a game. First attempt is just you know, they're just kind of baked into sight here, pixel peeping. And 303, we see them just setting up this firing squad on the side. And well, it's going to be whoever decides to charge first. Looks like it is going to be first attempt that's going to charge first. Oh, Rasai picked the worst possible second to back it off. He backed off right as Silver peeked around. Silver going to be picking up that kill now. We're going to be seeing a drop into the 5v2 right now. Now the 5v1 as Casper goes down, all up to Bait yet again. Let's see if he's going to be able to clutch this up here. It's unlikely. And yep, Sovereign going to be picking up a triple kill here. And that's 303's first flawless.
I play baseball, and I've never seen that much whiffing in my life.
If Flinty had just, you know, left-clicked their heads instead of not left-clicking their heads, I think this round could have gone a little bit differently. But yeah, Flinty's throwing.
That tracking was, oh, that hurt. That hurt my soul.
Hint from Flint.
We're seeing Flint, you know, Rasai. There's just so many shots that the first attempt should have, and they're just not. It's like as soon as we hit that third round, we just, it's like that, a snap, and things just absolutely change because they had it on lock. They had these gunfights absolutely going their way, and it's just, I have no clue what changed.
I guess you could say that first attempt only had good luck on their first attempt.
I knew that was happening from the moment you said, I guess you could say.
That's like the lead up to a pun, you know.
That is
like
the literal lead up to a pun. Is, I guess you could say, and then just prepare for groaning. That's what you have to prepare for.
You get this Venn diagram of you know, puns, jokes, and bits. You know, what is this overlap, Light Rose?
I don't know. I like to see that. We got political compasses, we got Venn diagrams, we're putting SCS to work in the meme bin. They need to have the analytical memes down.
Alrighty, well, let's start off this round here. We're going to be seeing first attempt filing in as 303 selects the bottom floor here for their first round on the defending side of things. And yeah, we see Castle pretty much locking it down. We see PK picking up Papa Sledge as they get ready to come in. And well, I'm kind of interested to see what's happening here.
Yeah, I mean, we're not seeing a third floor hold at all from Tier 3. That is what we saw from the beginning. And that is where they started to get their wins. And now, first attempt, they've got control and they've got to start moving downwards. So, will this game play out similarly? Because now, first attempt is on this attack side in 303. They're playing differently. They're not having any roam on the second floor, which is absolutely not first or 303's style. You know, they've got everybody mostly on and around site. So time is definitely not going to be on their side because 303 is going to have so much to work with simply because how much map control first attempt or 303 is giving them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, first attempt could change that a little bit around. They just got to bring in Flinty's, corner holding skills and, Sledge's remodel power here. And let's see if PK is going to be, see if he's going to be able to actually do some work here rather than getting picked off the first attempt there. We see Bait hitting up that spicy bread here to finally breach into the site here. And yeah, we are going to be seeing everybody playing from this vertical standpoint here. And you're right, this is a very different dynamic than we've seen come out before. But 303, they're baking themselves into the entirety of the first floor rather than just the site here. And the map control, just like you said.
Oh no! Through the floor Jaquarium reactions were delayed. Frag as well. And now, first attempt, they've got to find one more kill. And there could be Vicacious going up those stairs to find him because the Nomad air jab, giving that away. Sadly, flank all gone. Now 40 seconds left, and another member of 303 goes down. And if the Maestro falls, that could be huge, but they're going to take one and they're going to run back on the site to open arms of 303.
But the Alda can only burst so long here. We are seeing Krill pick up PK here as it goes down to the 2v3 here. Bait going to be getting the diffuser down, but the attacker is going to be just ending it right there. The diffuser, not even a point in their play style here. And we look at this this quick, dirty headshot here from Rasai. I couldn't even see his head, but Rasai just knew what was coming. And, that was actually a pretty great first attempt at attacking by first attempt.
Yeah, but will they run out of steam going into these later rounds like we kind of saw? You know, we saw 303 really able to work around the strategies that were given to them. And going still to the second floor, it seems that third floor, they just don't want to go there today. It seems that these strategies, they're just not there. Maybe, Wamai being off the board, possibly. It's just these operator bans could have a play in how this match is being played, like they're supposed to. And who will come out on top? Who has absolutely been scrimming with this Wamai, knows how to play with the Wamai, even though his deployable shield got taken away. So change is afoot with the Jaeger meta, with Jaeger change, Echo change, all these changes coming that are supposed to change the meta. How will teams adapt to this?
They seem to be adapting to this by just not using those characters. they're just like, oh, our six players, as soon as any small change comes to the operators, it's like, all right, remove them from competitive. I'm not used to this. They took away his frags. I'm done. They took away his deployables. Bad game. Ubisoft bad. But I mean, I'm sure that we're going to be seeing a few things change over the next couple of weeks as people get more used to it. But for now, I think it is a lot of comfort picks and a lot of these safer play styles here, which granted, it seems to be working. Both of these teams, as they are kind of relying on new strategies that they can't just continue to pull out the old ones. We're seeing 303 pick it up, just one round behind first attempt here. And as we watch first attempt get ready to file in up to the top floor vertical combat here, I think that we might see a repeat of the last round. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's possible, but there, instead of a Malusi, there's gonna be an alibi, and I actually really like to see that, see a different type of operator play in, is having some sort of alarm system, having, punishing people who have, not really any trigger discipline, see operator, shoot operator, and then you give away your position. But here we go. We do see some shots ring out Cigar, and that might give away Casper's position to the rest of 303, but time, we're going to see how time is able to work, because that was the bane of 303 when they tried to take this top floor. But first attempt, they really seem to be going on very aggressive, and I actually really like to see that, pushing back 303.
Oh, I love that play so much. Just throwing grenades through the holes. Vicacious getting a nice C4 kill on a bait there. That's gonna be turning the tides directly towards 303 here. Now we are seeing PK shooting Krill right here, and neither of them are gonna be hitting too much. And oh no, you just shot the alibi trap. That's unfortunate here. Now you're going to be revealed here. But Krill, unfortunately, going to be missing shots. He falls back. I'm not sure if that was intentional, but that was really smooth. And we're going to be seeing 303 stack onto the site here and really fall back and go for a more conservative play style right now. And we're just seeing PK go for these vertical shots here, but 303 is just going to be baked into the site here, hiding in the corners, camping, if you will. And let's just watch now. Rasai going to make sure that if they do decide to stop camping, they're not going to be able to come up from their backside.
Yeah, I really do like how aggressive first attempt was that, because that was really the bane of 303 on their attacking side when they tried the exact same thing. Because now they've given themselves so much time to work with, a lot more time than 303 had to renovate this top floor and then adapt to the second floor, because now 30 seconds left instead of about 15 to 10 seconds. They can start adapting to the site, which we see. And now PK, they are going to go in, they're just going to wait a little bit, they're test in the waters as this diffuser is going to be starting to play. And sadly, that smoke canister, it's just not going to do enough. It's not going to reach the damage. And diffuser going down. First attempt are going to down Vicacious. And Casper going to lose that duel out. And now it's just an all-out firefight here.
Absolutely unfortunate for 303 here. Looks like Vacations is going to get res here, and Flinties takes out one, PK takes out another. It's going to be going down to the 3v2 now. The 2v2 here. Let's see what's going to happen. Silver and Traquarium are going to have to do whatever they can to get this diffuser, diffused here. But let's watch as Rasai and Flinties make sure that doesn't happen here. Silver trying to push in, and he's just not going to be able to get any sort of foot in the door here as Rasai and Flinties just hold it. Traquarium is going to be going for that fake diffuse, but does he need to? We see Flinties holding up from the top here, but not going to be able to get that angle here. Rasai is going to be able to pick up that angle, though. Triparium is going to go down. First attempt, picking up 2 rounds in a row on attack, and it is getting closer and closer to their victory.
Yeah, and that closer and closer, the round differential starts widening, and that absolutely benefits first attempt in the long run. If they're able to win this out 7-3, that makes things so much easier, because they need to push their round differential into the positive. Because if I believe 303 has a -9 round differential, and I believe first attempt has a negative round differential as well. So they want to start beefing that up, and that is starting by winning these rounds over and over again, getting us to match point. And I think we're going to be going to bar for the first time, round 9. We're seeing a Warden in play. Ooh,
incredible. We are seeing Warden. Yeah, we're seeing 303 change it up now. They're pulling out Maestro, they're pulling out Warden, and I think that a slight change, a slight shift in what they're doing is going to be necessary as we finally get up to this 3rd floor here. I would also like to shout out to Flinties, 10-4 right now, just an absolute machine. And you gotta love and hate that play style. Imagine playing up against Flinties. You turn a corner, this man has already clicked.
Yeah, I mean, through 303 and first attempt, we see a really equal side. We've got like an average of about 4 or 5 kills on both sides, but on first attempt, you've got Flinties, who has the only kills that go into those double digits. And that really is the difference between losing these rounds and winning these rounds. Just getting those extra couple kills to secure these rounds is the difference between losing and winning. And 3-3. In those last rounds of their attacking side, they won these gunfights. Now, I don't know if that was because first attempt was whiffing a ton, but they were still technically winning them. So that can kind of show you how getting these crucial kills can change the face of these rounds.
Absolutely. Speaking of whiffing, I remember you said you played baseball earlier. Question.
Hold on, that's my fire alarm. That's my fire alarm. Oh, I'm gonna mute until.
Okay, well, in that case, I was gonna make a joke about throwing and baseball, but I guess Light Rose, try not to die as we see the smoke filling his room. I'm kidding. I think it was a fake fire alarm.
Yeah, cooking, that happens sometimes. You open up the oven, the smoke billows up, smoke alarm goes off. But no worries, I am alive.
Wonderful. I guess you know, my jokes are just too fire. Can't even. I gotta just be careful with them. And we're gonna be seeing now Flinty's. You know, he's going for it here and trying to, you know, just disable a lot of the utility here rather than using those charges for actual breaching. Krill is gonna be picking up the first kill onto Casper here. That's actually gonna be pretty powerful here as we watch 303 pick up that one-man advantage now. And Bait gonna be continuing to drone out. He is gonna be noting that there's going to be playing from behind these deployables here. And let's see if PK is going to be able to get this here with that ACOG. He's peeking. He's getting this pixel just right here. He is unfortunately not going to be able to fully hit this, though he is committed. And let's see, Krill going to be just waiting right now. And a nice utilization of that warden ability there. And he's this is just awful to watch right now. That timer is ticking down. Flinties and Krill both just seeing what they can do here, and they're just trying right now to do anything, either one of them. But Krill knows that he's got the advantage here, and at any time, you know, he can just back out. But Sovereign gonna be taking out Rasai here. They were focused too much on that warden, but Flinties, he is gonna be able to take him out. Krill, what were you doing? Flinties gonna be popping that Goyo shield here as he turns around, tries to get one through the window there. Not gonna be able to pull it off. Gonna be down to the 4v3 here. Looks like Flinties is gonna be able to take out the Jaeger, but unfortunately, as he goes for the finisher, Vicacious is gonna be picking him off as well. We're gonna be down to just a 3v2 now. PK and Bait gonna be the last men standing on this attacking side of things. PK gonna be doing a little bit of damage to Maestro, but Maestro still gonna be keeping that all going, ready to go burr whenever he can get a sight line. Bait and PKA, 20 seconds remaining. They do have to either get all of these kills here or place that diffuser. Luckily, Bait still has it in his possession, but let's see what they're gonna be able to pull off here. Triparium is gonna be placing this smoke, getting ready to cancel that placement at all here. Bait is gonna be going down. It's gonna be down 3v1. Silver gonna be making that all to go burr right into PK's face, and that's gonna be 303 picking up a round.
My question was how the worm strategy from Flit, the worm strategy actually worked out. Proning and then just wriggling your way, able to claim 2 kills. And 303, they're still able to win that out, but like, how did that work?
Flinty's just built different. We see this man clicking corners before they're even crossed. We see him crawling out. Warden just having no idea that there is a man to your right where there was once a wall. This is so much fun to watch here.
Yeah, seeing these angles just being peaked and corners being QE'd, sadly not like they used to, as some players will complain, but you still got somewhat of that. But 4v5, if 303 they're able to win this round, they're starting their momentum again, because now I believe these sites will start to reset, or this was the round that sites did reset. So now they won these last round. So they'll be able to choose their site, and first attempt they're gonna adapt on the fly, and that site that is going to be mining once again. So
I would like to just point out that PK just got a match on Tinder, and I think that that's going to be boosting his morale. I think that that PK going to be taking this. He's going to want to get in on that. Oh no, I think it's a bot actually. Get wrecked. But PK, he's got that Tinder match. He's going to be getting ready here. He's got that confidence boost going in. He's going to be doing whatever he can here to, instead of being negative, he's going to go positive. We're gonna watch him push in now, especially he's got that Papa Sledge going. Oh, I'm so excited to see what's gonna happen this round, especially after the intense battle that we saw in the last one.
oh yeah, I mean, that's what we really saw all the time, is just these intense battles over and over. And Flinties has really been the key maker of that, but we can't discount Sovereign on 303, because that Sovereign also has had a really, really good game. It's a solid game. Even though their KD is about 1, most of the members of 303 are on about 1, but they're being consistent, and consistency is sometimes what you need to win these matches. And being on this defensive side, if they're able to get this opening pick, I think that would allow them to start winning these rounds.
Honestly, that's kind of what it's come down to is the rather than a couple rounds here and there, that opening pick has kind of decided these matches. But you know, you've also got that wild card of Flinties, who one round is going to just be a corner king and the other round is going to be a worm. So you know, really, it can go either which way. PK going to be getting this nice angle up here. He is going to be able to take out Triquarium. Saw that one coming immediately as soon as I saw the shadow. However, we are going to be seeing a lot of 303 here stacking up still on the third floor here. Bait is going to be on the second floor here, getting ready to push in here with Flinties, and a lot of 303 is going to be stacking around and really just waiting for the execute to happen. It looks like they're going to be going for more of a retroactive and reactive defense here rather than that you know, major frontline defense they've been trying before, because that worked out for them last round. And let's see what is going to be pulled off here. Casper going to be pixel peeping here and trying to find him. He knows that you know, his teammates got these good pings here with those drones, and as that drone does a little bit of damage, we're going to be seeing Casper find that elbow. Unfortunately, not going to be able to find those shots, and Krill just going to be holding it out there with a Type 99. And let's see if he's going to be able to really just hold this angle here. Jaeger really coming in clutch right there, but Krill losing the cover and then getting shot right through. I'm sorry, Casper going to be getting shot right through the floor there. Can we bring this into a 4v4 here? Now a 3v3. Oh no, I was going to let you jump in, but the fire alarm has come back. Bait and Silver going to be trading out here as the casting just becomes too fire. We're going to be seeing the double kill come out as PK takes out Silver. Going to be down out of the 2v3 here, 303. Going to be losing one more player here as Bait turns around the corner, picks up one more, and let's see what's going to happen. Krill going to be walking over. Bait going to be getting the diffuser down, and let's see if Krill's going to be able to pull this off. Krill does have the ability to, but unfortunately, as he turns the corner, PK gonna just be taking the workout, taking Krill out through the corner, and well, that's all she's saying.
Yeah, first attempt, they are gonna be going on match point, and they gotta finish it out now. That is the real kicker. They've got to finish it out, and 303, it just has to go through, and PK is just so excited. You can feel the energy, the Tinder match.
Tinder match energy, that's what I'm saying.
We're getting girlfriends in 2021, boys.
Hot Boy Summer might have been canceled because of the pandemic, but it is Hot Boy Christmas break, my guy. We are getting ready for this, and let's see. Flinties is gonna need to pick this up here. That round he went killless. However, we are gonna be seeing Flinties. I know it. I know we're gonna be seeing the comeback from my man's here. And PK, you know, he was just acting up from that Tinder match. It is hype time right now, and you know, 303. They have to clutch this up. If they don't, that's going to be it. And it looks like they're going to be choosing to go for that bottom site here. And let's see if we're going to be seeing that traditional, you know, push through the bake shop, or if we are going to be seeing, you know, the fallback. Now, I got a question. Okay, so you know that my... you know, my Rainbow Six experience is not from North America; it's from Japan. What is that call out where you know, Triquarium is holding up right there? In Japanese, it's panya, which is you know, a bakery bread store. You know, it's a storefront area. What is that called in English?
I believe it's called small bakery. It's a smaller bakery. You know.
So we got the small bakery to the right and the bakery on the left that Krill's in right now.
Yep, you got Vicacious in small bakery, Krill in bakery. You got Prep. You got that's what it's all called.
Perfect. So it is the same. Just making sure, because I know that sometimes I give the wrong call out and people are like, what did he just call that? It's like, I'm sorry. I might speak English as a first language, but I don't speak English in R6.
So pinyon.
Panya.
Panya. All right, chat. Panya. All right, we're learning Japanese one word at a time.
Pan, you know, French for bread, and that's they call it in Japanese, pan. And then yeah, it means store.
All right. Well, the more you know.
Yeah, there you go. And that's you know, another word for bakery. And as we jump into the site here, we're gonna be seeing PK here. And here's another little bit of info. Sledge in Japanese is sureji.
All right, so now we learned two Japanese words. I guess that's a Japanese word.
Much to everyone's surprise.
Yeah, but that sledge is still just gonna be slinking down those stairs, and 303, they're just anchoring down inside. I think this is what worked for them before, and they don't really want to change that. But first attempt, they've got the time and they've got the ability just to destroy this floor. They've got breaching charges, they've got these sledgehammer, and they just want to deal damage to the floor, making sure that first attempt have nowhere to hide. They've got so much time to do it.
Absolutely, and we are seeing Flinty's change it up here, running instead of proning, and well, let's see how that's going to work out for him. Especially once again, we're seeing this vertical playstyle come in, and Flinty is just going to be saying, "Nope, I'm going from the first floor. I heard already casting 3 minutes in the future, and I'm going to be saying no." And we are going to be watching, Vicacious and Krill kind of hold down this bake shop right now, and let's see what they're going to be able to pull off here as we see first attempt kind of re-rotating out. Caster's Curse, yet again, count that counter right back up. Watching Flinty's going to be going for it. He knows where that head is preemptively. That's that map knowledge. He knows where he's going to be, just can't, shoot through a couple layers of concrete. And let's just see what's going to be able to fall out now. 45 seconds left on the clock. Bait picking up Vicacious.
An adaptation of time is what 303 absolutely needs, and they not what they can do. Is first attempt now taking 2 people off the board, and they are going to get that bakery wall open, making sure that they have easy access into sight, and the rest of the people are going to be near freezer, and they really have no access to easily defend against this. So this is slowly becoming first attempt sight, and the walls are starting to close in.
Down to the 2v5 first attempt. They want to go on to the next round here. They're like, it's Villa time, baby, because that's their map here. But let's see, Silver is going to go down here. Triquarium as well. And first attempt going to be taking home the victory right now. And that is going to be at PK saying, I got to message my Tinder date. Give me a second.
A man has busy things to do, and I completely understand. But first attempt, good job by them. They got the first map, but that's not enough. They need to win this second map, and I believe they need to do it flawlessly to overcome pride, because that is the one thing that they need. They gotta get in that top 6.
So basically, yeah, if they want to guarantee their spot in the top 6 right now, you're entirely right. It is up to this next round. Now, whether they do it flawless or not, that is going to be up to their, entire. That is going to be up to their entire team, their team play here. We see PK asking for a 10-minute break. I think he does want to video chat that Tinder date real quick, but unfortunately, we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see how they pick it up, and yeah, honestly, I'm really excited to see what's gonna happen. 303, they got to be sweating right now, because if they lose this, they're done.
Yeah, next map is gonna be Villa, and I don't know if Villa is the map that 303 wants to go. It's going to really allow Flint to just absolutely walk all over, because Villa is a slightly bigger map than Kafe, and that means you're going to have a lot more aggressive flank. Now, Sovereign, that might be where Sovereign just absolutely flourishes. So it's really up to the operators that are in play. Might we see a Nomad, Gridlock, something like that, but Flank Watch is also going to be absolutely key. And if you don't have that, I can just imagine first attempt are just going to walk all over 303, because you already got boomed mentally from Kafe. PK talking about that Tinder date. He's got better things to do, and he still beats you up.
Exactly. Imagine, I just got to imagine the morality of 303 right now. Not only did you just get, they didn't get shut out, but they just got kind of dominated on. They got wormed on. On Kafe, and then it turns around, their enemies, they're winning, they're getting Tinder dates, they're getting the oh man, today is not a good day to be 303, but let's see if they're going to be able to pick this back up, and let's see if 303 is going to be able to come out on top, because if 303 they win this flawlessly, that also could change things up, and that could be putting 303 at a very, very nice they got a nice standing after that. But it's just gonna be up to that if 303 is gonna be able to pull off on Villa. Only time can tell.
Yeah, but we are gonna see Villa right after this little break that we have. Give her voices a little bit. Make sure that my house is not on fire. I need to go check.
Please check that.
We'll do that. So we will see you all after the break with first attempt versus 303.
Alrighty, welcome back, everybody. We're about to jump into the second map for second attempt and Xbox 360 Esports. I hope I'm saying those names right, and I'm super pumped for what we have to come.
Yeah, 303 esports versus first attempt. We got on Villa now. And I'm super excited to go into that because we get to see some super adaptive gameplay, some great strats, some great plays. I'm looking at Sovereign. I'm looking at Flint. I'm looking at these great players that we saw pop off in Kafe. And who's going to show up in this map?
I'm looking at Flint's worm strats here. You know, when we see the defenders set up their labyrinth of utility that you know, the teams are gonna have to march all the way through to get to the site here on Villa. I'm ready to just see Flinty walking past those maestro cams, crouching under those Mira placements, and we're gonna be seeing some pretty incredible stuff come out here today. But it is not going to be a light match today. You know, 303. They got to pick it up. This is life or death, basically.
Yeah, and first attempt, they win this. They are in that top 6, and that is exactly what you're looking for. They're so close to it. They just got to finish it out, and Villa might be it.
And let's see what is going to happen as we get into the bands.
PK.
Oh, of course it's Hibana. Of course.
The story continues with PK's Tinder date, by the way.
Oh, did I miss it? I think I
You
missed
missed
chat.
it. Asked if the Tinder date liked bagels, and she said yes.
Dude, that's a make or break. If they don't like bagels, is that like that's a no?
What kind of bagel?
You see, I flip. You see, when I'm on attack, I do the cinnamon raisin, but when I'm a defender, it's everything bagel. You know,
Chocolate chip. Chocolate chip bagel. What? Come on! Everybody likes the chocolate chip bagels. They're the best. And yep, best bagel I had was at an airport. Thank you, PK. But enough talk about bagels and Tinder days, PK. Oh my gosh. Crazy things happening in the first attempt 303 with the storyline. We're gonna see another Wamai and Mira.
and Mira. Damn, they really just do not like playing with them, and you know, Thatcher as well. Obviously, you got to get rid of him. And
Yeah.
here we go, getting ready to see 303 start on that attack side of things. Who are we gonna see for the operator picks?
I mean, going down to living room library, that is going to be the first step in this step to victory to getting in that playoffs. We're going to see, I mean, it's a bandit, but living room library, when do you see that?
I'm hoping we are seeing a 6th pick out of that. That's
We are site.
Oh man, well, this is going to be interesting to watch for sure. And once again, I'm so excited to finally start seeing Zero here in the competitive cycle on Villa, because Zero is a game changer on this map just because of the fact that he can get so much information. And if the defenders are not you know, active enough in their you know, what does this wall look like, you know, gameplay strategy, they might actually have a lot coming towards them in the form of you know, that information they didn't see. Especially, you know what else is really underutilized is a lot of people, they ignore the fact that his cameras can, you know, snipe out some of that utility. You can destroy a mute with it. You can destroy a bandit with it. You can destroy you know, I mean, granted, assuming you can get it into the room, you can even destroy a trophy system. And you know, his utility is not one to just, you know, blink at.
Yeah, but have we really seen this Zero be utilized to the fullest? We saw, I believe it was Triquarium on Kafe, and there was certain times where they were able to get amounts of info. Now, we weren't really exactly able to see that because it's a really hard thing to see. You know, it's something that you can really only be communicated to your team. You're not really going to see it on broadcast, and so it's a little bit of a thankless job. And Aquarium still being on that. So Zero obviously being helpful to 303. And they're going to start by going towards this northern site take.
Definitely. And yeah, I think that we haven't seen Zero be used to his fullest extent. And I think that as he's, now that he's in the competitive cycle, as we see him get used week after week, I think people are going to start adapting to, how Zero's play style is going to be able to be used to the fullest extent. But for now, we're still in the early days, which is very exciting to watch. And let's just see Rasai here. He's going to be backing off as 303 gets ready to stack all the way in that long hallway here. Rasai is going to be able to take out Krill here. Krill can't kill. Looks like he's living up to his name. Let's start watching now as we're seeing Rasai go ahead and meet up with Casper here. They're going to be playing for the cameras. They're going to be playing for time here as they get ready to hold out this site from the top.
Can't believe you just bodied Krill like that. That's brutal.
He really did my man's dirty like that.
Yeah, I mean, they're still really trying to get into this game's area. This running coming through, but like he's just still the Ash wriggling through, and it's not working out at all, as now just more time being drained away, more health being drained away from the rest of 303. But Rasai going down to 4v4, and suddenly Sovereign getting 2 for their troubles and getting resurrected at that, and now they've got that 4v2 man advantage.
Absolutely incredible here. And now, if there's one thing about Vicacious that we can say with a fact, is that Vicacious is so good at walking away with 25 HP. Vicacious just, he does not lose those fights. He knows when to pull out. But you're right, we are gonna be seeing this go down to the 4v2 here. Let's see what PK is gonna be able to pull off. We're seeing a lot of this, verticality being playing out, like you. Let's see, PK does have a small, he had a small advantage, but unfortunately Vicacious is going to be built different. He is going to be able to turn around, take it out. Bait going to be hearing him come down the stairs here. That's going to be able to take out Triquarium now down in the 3v1 here. And looks like the attackers still have yet to file fully into the site there. The diffuser not down just yet. But what I am really excited to see right now is what Sovereign and Vicacious are going to be able to do with their little bit of health here. Bait might actually have a chance here.
Yeah, Silver still has to put that diffuser down. And Bait has 3 smoke canisters and 83 magazines, 33 bullets in that magazine of the SMG-11. And time now, the diffuser is going to start going down, but Bait not going to be anywhere near it, not going to be able to see it. And now this entry into the site is good. They've got somebody on top of the question is, will Bait be able to get this diffuser?
Oh, he was so close being able to see it, but unfortunately he just did not see the ankles that were presented right there. And let's see, with 1 HP remaining, he is going to be trying to walk all the way onto the site here. Those smoke canisters going woefully underutilized right now. And yeah, if he was just placed in a slightly different area, he would have been able to cancel that diffuse with those smoke canisters, but quite unfortunate that he wasn't able to pull it off. A great shot by 303 here, shutting down first attempt.
And there we go. 303 is starting off a little different than before. We saw first attempt on both splits, I believe, of Kafe, just absolutely coming out, winning first round each. And the question is that a true testament of how this map is going to go? Or was it just living room library? You see defenders go everywhere else but living room library for a reason. And that is because it is really hard to defend. So if the surprise factor was something, it absolutely did not work out. And going back to that second floor, I think is the real play here. Now we might see first attempt really make an attempt to combat 303's attack.
Absolutely. And yeah, we are seeing them file into Aviator. This is the flagship site for this map here. And well, especially since first attempt going to be trying to lock it down here with Mozzie and Goyo. They've got this this very interesting approach to the way that they're going to be able to deny 303's movement and information. However, that Mozzie is going to be the kind of reliance on getting rid of those drones. But, they still got 0 on 303. So camera placement for 303 here is going to be a lot more dependent on that 0. And I think that we're going to be seeing a lot more, thoughtful 0 placements come out here, not just for Triquarium's own playstyle, but for the rest of 303.
Speaking of operators, I was talking with other members of the SCS production, like Chief and all that, and getting from scrim reports, it's possible that we might be going back to something like the Butte Mozzie information denial area as, Jaeger starts to a little bit fade away. Not too much, obviously, as you've seen just how much Jaeger is still played. We might see an emergence of, starting to just deny information from these attackers. And it might just make attacking the site so much harder because now you are just running in blind. But running blind is absolutely not something that 303 is going to do. Is they're going to be able to find out Casper and open this wall as Casper tries to escape, but is taken out from the Astral Stairs by Sovereign.
That was so unfortunate to watch. Casper just in the wrong place at the wrong time here as 303 files in. Now, once again, we see Sovereign and Vicacious at a small health deficit moving in. But, first attempt, they really got to stick it up here, and they got to, file back into the site there and get ready. Now, what's interesting about this play right now is that Sovereign is leaving themselves open to a potential flank here. However, Mozzie was kind of the roamer there and is now no longer in a position to do anything since he is dead. And first attempt really has to pull this off from kind of a full-on, anchor perspective here. If they were able to go back around and get perhaps a behind angle on to 303, that might change things up. But it looks like 303 is going to be the ones getting those behind angles as they attempt to actually now fully surround them 360. Silver going to be getting damaged a little bit by that smoke canister, but we are going to be seeing PK take out Vicacious here.
And now just time slowly dwindling away as might have been shot through the drone hole. I believe that was shot through the drone hole by Bait, who takes another sliver of health from Silver. And that is, you got the wall open, but you're on 25 HP. About one bullet might take you down there, and that's going to be really hard. For the smoke canister, Krill gets taken down, and somebody needs to pick that up. All right.
Oh, but it looks like Flinty's going to be the one that picks him up there, unfortunately. It's going to be going down 4-3 here. First attempt, finally picking up a man advantage, and basically a 3-man advantage here as Silver, dropped down to just very low HP here. Triquarium is going to be tanking a little bit of damage here. Now, not a single member of 303 is at full HP. This is going to be changing up their style a little bit here. We're going to be seeing Flinty's go for his, his classic pixel peeps here, and watching as 303 gets ready to come in here. He gets that bomb down right on the other side of the door here, but let's see what's going to happen. Now, the first attempt, they want to get in there. Sovereign going to be able to take out Bait here. Rasai takes out Silver with that well-placed C4 here, but Sovereign going to be coming right back around here. PK going to be getting a double kill as well. Just going to be down to Sovereign, and let's see if he's going to be able to pull this off. Now, Sovereign is going to be the man of the hour to watch right now. Flinty's PK charging him, though. He has not a very good chance of winning this. PKA picks up that triple kill.
I think, honestly, if you gave Sovereign about one more second there, it was completely possible to win that because it was almost there. I just think the shots did not register. And honestly, first attempt, they had a good shot at coming back at that. I think 303, they got the diffuser almost down. But sadly, I believe the C4, there was about a millisecond left. It was just, how long? Do you know how long it was?
Honestly, I thought that the diffuser was planted. I thought that he had gotten it, but no, yeah, it was a very split second there with that C4. And honestly, just great game sense, though, by first attempt to be able to pull that off. And, he did end up losing the gunfight. But the important thing is that diffuser not being able to go down when it did, that changed the game. That literally, flipped the tides of battle. And, first attempt, we're able to lock that one down. We're going to be seeing, though, Sovereign. He got that triple kill last game. He's at 5 kills right now.
I mean, that's a good start. Definitely, that's a good start. I mentioned how, your team might be average, but if there's that one player that's got that high kill count while the other team doesn't, that is where that gives you that massive advantage. You've got to win these rounds over and over, and Sovereign definitely gave 303 the best shot at winning that round because, like I mentioned, it had the angle onto Casper, but the shot just did not register. The mouse click was not enough. And sadly, 303, they are going to be tied up, but if they're able to win this trophy bomb site, that's going to make them a lot better equipped for this other time. But first attempt, they've still got to win trophy, and they've still, I'm going to guess that they're not going to go back to living room library once these sites refresh. That's a very broad statement, but
I think that's a pretty good guess. We keep seeing these teams avoiding certain sites, and I think that it's for a good reason. They kind of know their limits, they know their styles, and especially now that we're on the second map, 303 and first attempt, they know how their counterparts play right now. They know what to expect from the enemy teams, and we're going to be seeing Rasai here going sprinting around for this this nice little flex play in the back, and let's see what's going to happen. He's going to be locking it down, but he's going to be getting flanked from both sides here. He's going to be seeing that door. He just ignored it. He saw that window. He's built different. He's just ignoring that.
I mean, do not let fear control you. And right there, fear just meant nothing. As some shots gonna be exchanged, but just only some damage done to Vicacious. And it's really gonna do nothing but stave off 303 just for the time being. They've got drones in their hands. And still fear means nothing right now to first attempt, just gladly running across, opening the hatch. It's just everything. They're
And
playing
once
without
again, does Vicacious go down? Does he just get damaged and that's it? Like he doesn't get killed in those first gunfights ever.
I mean, you got a ton of armor. Rook may not be on the offense, but on that defense, I mean, or excuse me, on that defense, on that offense, he's strong. He's built like an ox.
Yes, sir. Regardless of whether or not he's playing as Papa Sledge or difficult to hit Ash, he's making it out alive. And yeah, no, fear is nothing. First attempt, they just walked past these again. He just says, "Okay, I'm gonna walk back here." There's enemies. I'm getting shot at. It's fine. And honestly, I'm super pumped right now watching this here. The timer ticks down. It's gonna be down to 1 minute here, and really anything can happen. Still, as we're getting ready to watch 303 execute.
Yeah, and playing with no fear, and no fear is absolutely what you really need in Siege. It allows you to get such a big advantage mentally. And now 303, they've got to attack this site with just slowly dwindling time. They've got to get this diffuser down. And if they're not able to find anyone on first attempt, this is going to make this plan extremely hard because there might be some Goyo shields still in play, and that deployable shield, that's going to allow for 303 to get a little bit more access onto site. But Rasai, ho, ho, ho. They're in place to get something but bait, finding Vicacious, and now that Sledge is off the board. The plant still not going down, but luckily C4 baited by Sliver, and First Step still getting that advantage in that man count with 20 seconds left.
What is going to happen right now? We're down to the 4v3 situation here. 303, they got the diffuser, but Bait going to be picking up a triple kill here. Is Bait going to be going for this ace here? I think he's telling his team, hey, back off. I got this. We're going to be seeing Goyo go off right now. Sovereign, though, going to be able to take out Rasai here. Sovereign with very little health, and as well as Krill can't kill. Very low HP as well. Let's see what's going to happen. Unfortunately, there was not going to be enough there. Defenders are going to be able to take it there. They were going to be able to protect the bomb, and unfortunately for my boy Goyo, he was not able to Goyo off, and he, it was a matter of diffuse that ended that round rather than kills.
How many puns have you made tonight?
Punty.
Stop. Stop. Can't answer my question about how many puns have you said with another pun. It's
Sure
not
I
how
can.
this works. Come on.
I mean, it's one of those battles that I've never lost. I've always pun. As we get ready to file into the next round, 303, they got to change up something a little bit here. They're going to be pulling out IQ. They're going to be pulling out their might here. And really, I think that's going to be a reflection of, my jokes here, the high IQ, the fire of the jokes. Light Rose is actually staring daggers at me through the cameras, guys.
All I gotta do is I just gotta focus my anger on something else, not Ari's. It's gotta be something else. And right now, I think that might be. Could it be the zero pick? Do you think it's possible that the zero pick is hurting 303 instead of helping them?
As a Sam Fisher stan,
unbiased, no bias here.
Okay, well, unbiased. I think Zero has a lot of potential. I think that as players learn how to play him more, I think that his utility is being underutilized. He's a lot of people when they first pick up Zero, they pick him up and they're like, okay, cool, cameras. They're not thinking about the utility denial simulator. And Casper just walking through saying, hey, Sovereign, you know how you did a lot of damage last round? Yeah, no. And he's gonna be able to pick one up there, and that was actually really powerful. And if Casper had waited around a little bit longer, he might have been able to pick up more kills there. But we are going to be seeing first attempt just leading off with this man advantage.
And that was honestly, there was a drone there. It saw Casper, and I have no clue why that wasn't relayed to the rest of 303. Sovereign just looked at like there was just absolutely no one in sight, and Casper had the easiest kill of his life. I believe he even missed a couple shots before finding the head of Sovereign. And
was
now
that drone not mozzied?
that was, I don't believe, that might have not been Mozzie. I thought it wasn't Mozzie, and that even if, so you should, I don't know. That just feels like a mistake on the part of 303. And now they lose one of their key players, and they have to have somebody step up.
Yeah, there's not a lot of frags on the scoreboard right now from the remaining players of 303, and really first attempt kind of has their work cut out for him right now. And Vacacious, he does lose those. Casper picking up a double kill right now. It goes into the 3v5.
Casper looking to make absolute work with that Commando 9. And 303, they've still got other members. They've still got to go through Bait and those smoke canisters. They've got to still go through PK, who absolutely knows where they're. Oh my God. Silver actually almost found the head of Casper through the wall with the luckiest one tap. And now Flinties knows where they are, and they're just going to take down. That's a good job by Silver, making that side a little bit more attackable, as now they've got somebody out of the way.
They are going to be having a nice grasp now, especially as they take out Flinties here. You know, Flinties not doing as great right now as he was during the last map, but you know, that is still a very powerful pickup there. We see him, you know, EQing and just not able to hit it. Krill going to be taking out Bait as well. That's a really large pickup for 303, but he is going to go down to the C4 there. Absolutely unfortunate. Oh, it wasn't C4. PK actually got the kill with a headshot from the back, but we are going to be seeing PK get a double kill here. It's going to be down to Traquarium. What is going to happen right now? Traquarium going to be locking into the site. He is going to be able to take up one more. The 1v2 situation is going to be down right now. Casper is going to be able to be the last man standing here as PK goes down. Traquarium popping off right now. What is going to happen here? Casper versus Traquarium. Casper going to be having all of his HP here, but unfortunately he is going to go down. Traquarium clutching it. Oh no, he's not. I'm sorry, I read that completely wrong. Casper the camera angle switched at the wrong moment. I'm inting. Oh man, but that's absolutely unfortunate. But Casper really clutching this up there. Was that a 3K by Casper?
That was a 3K by Casper, and Traquarium almost got the 1v3. And what a round and clutch that would have been. Sadly, 3-3. They're starting to see that chance of victory, starting to see that chance of stopping first attempt from getting in at top 6, slowly drifting away. And Aviator Games could be the final nail in the coffin, going up 4-1 on this defensive side, because their attack was also pretty well on Kafe. And if it's pretty well on Villa, all that hope is just drained from 303.
Absolutely. And you know, you gotta give it up though for first attempt. They almost lost that, but Casper just able to pick up this triple. He was like, you know what, it's been a few rounds, I still don't have any kills, I'm just gonna, there we go, triple kill right off the bat.
I mean, that's good. Absolutely good. If somebody dies, somebody steps up. That's how you know you've got a good team on your hands. Let's say Bolo dies on TSM. Merc steps up. Merc doesn't do his job. Geo steps up. And that is how you know you've got a good team on your hand. First attempts, Casper. Casper was Geo in that scenario. Somebody, it's off the top of my mind, and Casper came clutch there.
This is such a fun map to watch, just because the differences in playstyle that can happen even on the same sites. And we're going to be watching 303 get out now, and 303, you know, they kind of are, I think they're kind of figuring out what's working and what's not. You know, they're not just getting lucky with their gunfights, they're also changing up their strategies round by round to kind of see what sticks here, how they're able to pull these off. And you know, I think that if Traquarium was able to just shoot like 1 millisecond earlier, was going to be able to win that gunfight against Casper. But I think that's all it came down to. They almost had that, and we're going to be seeing Flinties hold up here as best as he can. And he's going to be walking through gunfire, able to pull out, but unfortunately not going to be able to pull out enough. Vacacious going to be able to pick him up here. Casper going to be trying to rotate around and find him, but he's going to be dropping down to the first floor, going in the basement as well. Let's see what's going to happen. Casper rolling around. He hears the shots. What's going to happen?
Yeah, Flinchies goes down, and if Casper goes down, that could mean 303 is able to really rush on the site. We do see starting this thermite breaches, so now just the site slowly starts getting attacked. And 303, they still got Traquarium's SCX in their pocket, and nobody left on that floor to really threaten the rest of 303, as that drone is going to make Casper run for their life. They know that they respond. That was just absolutely funny just to see that drone thrown out and the 180 by Casper just to run away.
I love to see it. I love why do Mozzie players they emulate Mozzie's personality when they play it. I quite love that. We're gonna be watching now 303. They're kind of stacking up to the side of the site here. Bait gonna be sitting down here. Is he gonna be able to utilize that smoke to the best of his ability here? You know, he hasn't yet placed them, so he's gonna be using these reactively. And I'm excited to see how he's gonna be able to pull these off, especially when you've got that Goyo to lock down some hallways. You got smoke to cancel these plants here, and that's really how he's playing. He's locking himself back into the vault, and I think that you know, this might actually be solid for first attempt, even though they're down a man. I think they've got this play style cut out for him. Vacacious going to be whiffing, taking out a little bit of damage from PK here, but PK, oh, he tries to escape, but he's not able to. He drops the grenade on himself as well. I take my words back, but Bait going to be able to trade it right back out. Take out someone going to be going out of the 3v4 right now. What is happening?
That was just accidental comedy at its finest. And now, first attempt, they are down in that man count. Now this wall starting to get open. That means Rasai might just have one less area just to really peek, and they're going to have somebody peeking them for them. But now, here we go. These gas canisters starting to get used as Casper is going to even up that man count, showing up big in these last couple rounds. And now, here we go, behind that vault. Default spot Aquarium starting to get that. And now Diffuser is down, and the angle is there as well, but Casper down as well. Huge by Krillin. That's Smokecaster right in the area of Sovereign. Oh my gosh!
What just happened? First attempt, they just winded those numbers down. They said, hold on, guys, we got this. They're going to go for default. Let them plant. I got this. Casper coming in for the bottom, just saying pew pew, he's dead through the floor. And then, you know, they've got nothing else to do. Attackers, they're like, all right, well, we gotta get this bomb planted, and but Smoke is right there getting ready to pretty much the jokes I could make that I'm not about to say on this channel with Smoke, but that was so unfortunate to watch. He was so close to getting that plant down, but
honestly, first attempt played that perfectly. You had Casper through the floor finding that out, and then you also had the smoke canisters ready in your pocket. I don't think you could have played that any better if you were first attempt. Just chef's kiss to that, knowing the default spot through the floor, using that soft destruction, because I don't even know if that was really given to first attempt by themselves. That might have been 303's Zofia impact nades. So
I think it was. I think that happened also really early into the game, into the pushes.
Yeah, it's just crazy how something so early in the game can absolutely come back to bite you in the butt. First attempt now, that gives them a huge advantage. 3 rounds and going on to trophy statuary, which defenders are really favoring nowadays.
Yeah, I think that first attempt now has this cut out for him, and you know, I think that a lot of this, the rest of this match, kind of lies in this round right now. If 303 can't clutch this up and bring it to, you know, 2-4, first attempt going to be 1 of 5, and they're going to be having that momentum to just steamroll going into it. And let's see, they are going to be it looks like 303 is going to be going for a lot more information this time around. They didn't really rely too much on information. They were more going for you know, kind of a, all right, let's get in, let's get these angles, let's get these rooms cleared. But you know, I think now they're going to have to go for a little bit more information, because you know, if they can't take out you know, if they can't take out a lot of this utility early on, and granted, you know, first attempt didn't go for the smoke, but what just happened? What just Flinties? Flinties, how did you get that shot?
Gone. Evaporated. They won it.
Bait, what just happened to...
What angle was that?
Bait just shooting through interdimensional portals right now, able to take him out. As soon as Flinties went down, I was like, all right, well, that's it. 303, they evened it up, but then we got Bait coming in, and we got Traquarium going down to half HP right now. 303, what is going to be happening right now as 303 gets ready to file in, but they're down 2.5 men. This is not going great for them.
Literally, it feels like anyone from first attempt could appear out of anywhere, like ghosts. And that is exactly the energy that you want to make afraid. You want to make this team afraid. And now 303, they still have yet to really get into this one and make a strong standing because you've still got Sovereign in kitchen, but now we're starting to see this hard breach absolute workout. C4 not going to come through as Bait peeking that really, really aggressively, but nothing happening yet as now these holes are getting opened up. Triquarium on half health, a minute left, and they still got get this diffuser down.
Absolutely. And I think Sam Fisher's, receding hairline there kind of saved him from that headshot. But we're going to be seeing his Krill. He's going to be droning out. He's going to be trying to go over that information we were just talking about. And I think that, it's not looking too good. Zafia going to be backing up just a little bit here. And, I think they're going to be filing in around the same time. We see this communication going as they're getting ready to execute identically. But unfortunately, Zero is going to be going down. Bait going to be picking up a double kill. He is going to be able to take out Triquarium and Sovereign here. And let's see what's going to happen as it's just down to Krill and the 1v3 situation. Now, Rasai is going to be at half health. Bait is going to go down. That's huge, especially as we've been seeing Bait picking up these frags here. He's already at 8. And Rasai going to go down as well. Casper versus Krill, the 1v1, 14 seconds on the clock. Krill does have the diffuser. If he's going to be able to plant it right now, this could change things. Now, unfortunately, Krill not in the site just yet. He is going to be going for this very last second, and that is going to be putting the favor towards Casper. If he doesn't get this down right now, it's all over. 1 second remaining. The attackers were able to win. He was able to kill with 1 second on the clock.
Casper, why did you shoot? There was so many possibilities for that, but Casper constantly shot and constantly gave his position away. Like, you had about 8 seconds left. How did you? Oh my God, Casper handed that to Bait on a silver platter.
Served it up.
He just served it up. The check on the house. It's free steak lobster. We're just giving this to you. And now 303 coming off that on a win, going to this defense on a defender-sided map. If 303 comes back and wins this, it is that round right there.
Like I said, that round relied on everything. Everything relied on that round right there. We saw him pick that up. We saw Krill just be like, all right, well, I guess it's up to me. I'm gonna get a 3K, win the game. Incredible, absolutely incredible.
Man, it's that Siege for you. Rainbow Six Siege, wacky times. But now 303 on this defensive side, going over to the primary bomb site, Games Aviator, and now they're starting off with a very typical lineup. They're keeping the same thing that first attempted: Mute, Smoke, Aegir, Goyam, Lucy, everything to really allow them to win this, and they're still going to extend that to more of this northern side.
Absolutely. And first time picking up Nomad, I think that's going to be actually quite the pick here. I think that's going to be what we want to watch in this round here as, first attempt, Rasai, he's got to go for this redemption. Rasai was doing pretty good the first map, but he's 2-5 right now.
Yeah, but Flinty is not doing as well, but still, we see first attempt, they're winning 4-2, and they don't exactly have these astronomically high kill counts. In fact, a lot of them aren't even positive, and Flinty's red stairs
change it.
Finds a kill and then scurries away like a rat.
And it's going to go down to 3-5 as well as PK. He's going to be able to take out Triquarium. Now down to the 3v5. What is going to happen? Sovereign, Silver, and Krill just going to be down to them. Sovereign going to be trying to find an angle. However, first attempt going to be filing into the site right now. Silver going to be hiding right behind this Goyo shield. And we are going to be seeing first attempt really just going for this aggression. There's 2 minutes left, and it's going to be down to 3v4 right now. Krill can take out PK. That's huge.
It was like 3 bullets. Just finding that, just a quick peek. We've seen that from the Malusi all night, and it doesn't get any less interesting. But the kill onto PK, who is one of the only members of first attempt to be somewhat positive, is big, because now you've still got Bit, you've still got Casper, who still have yet to find something in this round, and Krill and Sovereign still just being absolute thorns in the side of first attempt. This is absolutely looking winnable for 303, especially if they're able to find another kill. But the hunt for another for first attempt continues.
Absolutely. We're seeing Krill go finally at it, but unfortunately, first attempt going to be having this massive control on the site right now, and 303 getting kind of kicked out of their own map. And let's see what's going to happen right now as we see Rasai getting the plant down. Krill going to be trying to fight it, but he's not going to be able to, as the team just kind of defends that plant there. We see Bait picking him up from across the map. Silver versus Silver's going to be going down right now. It was Rasai picks him up. Sovereign going to be the last man standing, the 1v3, and he's not going to be able to do it as Bait picks up a double.
That is how you absolutely overcome a blunder and a half, making such a strong round. And now, I guess, now you can take a breath for first attempt because you're up 5-2. You still got that 3-round lead and only one more until you get that match point and you get that victory. And we're going back to Aviator games, so things might need to change for 303.
That it's just, I'm so happy that just happened right now. First attempt, they kind of came back from having that awful loss, and you're exactly right. 2-5 things could change right now. This could be it if first attempt can keep up this this pretty incredible momentum they carry.
Yeah, that round differential too, 7-2 and 7-4, I believe. That's a pretty hefty round differential. 10 rounds. Or no, my math is very bad. 8 rounds. 8 rounds. And that is looking pretty good, especially if you get in that top 6 with a decent round differential, close to even. And PK. Can we get an F in the chat? Please.
Oh no, the Tinder match, he's gone. And PK, we're going to be seeing him dip out now as that confidence gets removed here. First attempt, he's not. I think that's what we saw last round. I think that PK, he got unmatched. He noticed it mid-round, and he's pushing. He's getting that aggression out. We're going to be seeing PK right now follow through all 7 stages of grief. And, this is the first one. We're seeing it happen. We're going to be seeing the denial phase. And as an entry fragger, entries, can't be denied.
And first attempt, that is not what you need right now. You need to really push through and absolutely finish it out. And Sovereign, I think Sovereign needs to really come up here. We saw him show up a little bit in the last round. He was the last one alive, but he needs to start getting some kills in this. He's got like 3 ADSs hiding behind him and that deployable shield, and he needs to find something to spur first attempt from this area. And they know he's there. They know somebody is just hanging around here, and the drones are there, but PK, the ADS timer, 10 seconds. The flashes were thrown in. They were drained, but the timer had reset, and here we go. The frag grenades, there we go. That ADS shines, the ADS rework coming through, and Sovereign having to back up and reinforcing that wall, making it a lot harder for first attempt to attack the site.
Wow, that was a pretty good fallback here, seeing Sovereign go back, but Silver is going to be able to take out PK. That's a huge pickup here. PK losing his Tinder match, but also his gunfights. Now let's see what's going to happen right now as we go down to the 4v5, watching 303. Get ready to file in here. They've got a hole in the defenses now, and I'm sorry, a hole in the attacks right now, and 303, they really have this, and I think that 303 is going to be picking this up with that one-man advantage. They just got to lock down the site here.
Yeah, PK being the first to die. Not saying that was really predictable, but his Tinder match did unmatch, so it happens. And now, first attempt, they've got to really pick up that slack that PK sadly died with, and taking somebody out here, still spurring them from this site. His dronings are gonna really reveal the whereabouts of these first 303 defenders.
We really saw an entire relationship start and die in the middle of an SCS tournament, and I think that this is for the history books here. Another one for the history books right here is Casper picking up another one through the floor here. Let's see what's gonna happen as Bait gets ready to find these kills here. He's gonna be turning around the corner here, pushing in. He sees the elbow of Malusi, gonna be able to take down Krill to just 5 HP, and we are gonna be seeing a kill pop up here as Flinty's finally getting his name up on the board, taking him out, and it looks like Bait is gonna be finishing off that Malusi here. Vicacious is gonna be trading it right back out, taking out Rasai, but Flinty's picking up the double kill, taking out Sovereign, gonna be just down to Vicacious, the 1v3 right now. Bait gets that bomb down. What is Vicacious going to be able to do? He has 30 HP and a dream right now, and is he going to be able to pull this off? Let's see. He's got that spray down coming right through him, even though they can't see. Let's see how he's going to be able to pull this off. It's not going to be easy, and he is going to go down as he gets crossfired. Casper picked up that kill. First attempt.
Yeah, and they are gonna go on to match point, and we're gonna go for a rehost. And right now, first attempt, they are looking strong. Losing that first member absolutely meant nothing, as they still won that match. And now they are going to be allowed to attack whatever site that really first attempt or 303 needs to go. And right now, first attempt, they absolutely look like they have it locked down. Anywhere that 303 would go, first attempt knows how to go for them. No matter who dies, even if it's PK, that even if PK is crying in the corner, just balled up, fetal position, that they can pick up whatever PK did and push forward.
My headcanon is that Bait and PK are roommates, and Bait just was like, "Hey PK, it's gonna be good. I got this for you. I got you, buddy."
Yeah, it's patting them on the back. The rehost, it's allowing them some emotional time just to reset, as this is also allowing 303 to get some coaching time, get some recuperating time, because they look like they need it.
And 303, it's very interesting that they're going to be calling for this rehost when, as soon as first attempt goes on a match point here. They called that rehost kind of at a pretty opportune moment, and it's really just going to be down to the wire right now.
Yeah, we're still waiting for that kind of rehost to go through. But in the meantime, what can we kind of talk about? How can we talk about first attempt, how they're looking versus 303? And they're looking really strong.
Well, they're looking strong other than their Tinder game. Now, I think that what we could talk about is PK's approach. Clearly, his bio is in the right place since, he was able to get that match. However, I think it's got to be his pickup line game and his, his acquiring game of, picking up these lines. You got to kind of go in the right direction to, hook, line, and sinker. And clearly, he's got the hook, but it's the line and the sinker they got to work out, and that is immediately reflected right now in PK's performance. He's got this hook, he's got this first round, strike, but then as the rounds continue, he's going down. He needs to work on that line and that sinker.
Artie, do you have any advice or any examples that you could give us for really PK to absolutely work on that?
Do you think that I get Tinder matches?
Yes.
Thank you. I don't. My advice is to simply be built different. But let's go ahead and watch these replays right now. We see Casper. This was that Mozzie round when he was just going for it, and I honestly loved that. Casper was taking a line out of Flinty's book here, and Flinty not able to kind of perform as he was last round, but Casper is actually picking up the slack in his defense.
Yeah, I want to mention though that drone that was when Casper shot Sovereign, that was actually a 303 drone. So that clearly was a miscommunication on the side of 303. They saw Casper and they peeked it and they ran, and it's just, that is a blunder by 303, and that's what we've really seen all game, is just little communication errors, little sometimes misfire, sometimes misutility, and it's unfortunate because we've seen 303, they're able to combat first attempt, they're able to take advantage of their mistakes, and first attempt, they're not playing perfectly, but they're playing much better than 303, and they're not making the same mistakes that they are.
Absolutely, and we're seeing this replay here with it kind of shows off first attempts, their real major, this is their major advantage that they have over 303 is their speed, and 303, when they're on defense, they play for time. They kind of more lock into the site. And when they're on attack, that kind of play style doesn't really work out too well for them, especially because they're a lot more slow, they're a lot more steady, and first attempt, they're able to capitalize on that. And we see Silver, he's able to take out Flinties because he's just sitting there and waiting. However, I think that this was the round that it just didn't work out for 303, especially as Casper picked up that, I think it was a triple kill in this round, I can't quite remember, but there was a lot going on here that was just really good for first attempts, and it kind of set them up for victory going forward because 303 just couldn't combat it.
Yeah, and I want to mention, I believe, this game could have been ended a while back. If you remember, I don't know, it might not be around that really points out to you. It was a 1v3. And I think we put a lot of the blame on, I believe it was Casper.
Casper.
it was a lot of that on the Jaeger, just revealing, shooting that position. But we didn't talk a lot about the other 2 members who died to bait. And it's just...
Yeah, I think so, because that was the round right there where it was also a 1v3, but Casper clutched it up. And yeah, the other round, you're exactly right. Casper was just inting, shooting at the wall, giving away his position. You're actually right. I didn't even think about that. The entire game could have been over.
It could have been, and it's... I think that is a little bit of hubris. It's a little bit of overconfidence. It just happens. But now we got to wait an extra, what, 10 minutes waiting for this rehost, waiting for these rounds to really happen, when first attempt they could have absolutely gone through. And who knows, maybe that one round, I doubt it, but
Will
maybe
it be one round? Maybe this rehost might be it, but you know, if it comes down to it and first attempt, just that's it. That's you know, that's kind of what we're waiting for. I mean, it's just, oh gosh, if that would actually be kind of embarrassing for 303 if they call for this rehost and then first attempt just wins.
It happens. It happens. It's, you want to play your best, but we get to talk. You and I, Arties, we just get to talk.
And you know,
Face-to-face.
Light Rose, I do like talking. Like, we got this dynamic between us right now.
Oh,
Yeah, I can cast in Japanese.
all right. Give us a nice little blurb.
どうしてでも僕の日本語はちょっと悪いそれとも多分9ヶ月ぐらい勉強しなかったと練習しなかったそれでハワイに住んでたら日本人がいっぱいいるけど僕の友達のサークルは最もヨーロッパ人とアメリカ人それでハワイでは僕の日本人の友達はちょっと近いんだ。
I heard Hawaii.
Yeah, that's where I live.
I mean, you could have said anything, and nobody here would have known what you said. So let's hope there were some nice things to say about 303 first attempt, whatever's happened here. But very nice, Japanese.
I'm be honest, I was just talking about myself and why I don't think I could cast in Japanese. Just kind of excuses at this point. But looks like we're finally going to be getting into it. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. You know, they got the rounds figured out as well, and so if first attempt just takes this one, it is going to be you know 100% owaru.
Yeah, I agree. It will be duck chicken video game. And going down to dining room kitchen, is that a good play here? Coming out from 3-3, they haven't really had any chance at these defensive sides. It's really been first attempt through and through.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that, you know, we're going to be looking at this this pick here. Are we going to be seeing any 6 picks here? Remember, this is potentially the last round. If 303 doesn't get their you know, their operator pick right, it's over for them. They're going for a Jaeger instead of a mute.
Yeah, and they're gonna have really no hard breach Nile. That could allow for laundry. That could allow for some hatches that are going to be allowed to open up. So I think they're really relying on some of this roam game, some of just winning these gunfights outright. And sadly, with this rehost, we lose all knowledge of kills and deaths. No.
Absolutely right. One thing I remember is you know, bait and Sovereign. Those are the ones I remember being at the top of their game. And I think that kind of like the most important thing here going into this round is that we see, as soon as it started, we see 303 running up, get those hatches blocked, completely covered here. One of the things I'm super excited to see, however, is we're seeing a very different attack setup from first attempt here. They've got Iona, they've got Twitch. This is not, you know, your traditional composition that we've been seeing for the earlier matches of this map here. But honestly, I think that it could work out for them, and it's really going to be up to you know, 303 to kind of win this round.
Oh no! Whiffing Flint!
Oh,
Oh no, and now Casper is locked in pantry with the smoke canisters going off. This round is
No, not
off.
Zofia, the getting gassed out. No, not again. Casper's gonna be able to survive by the skin of her teeth, hiding in this closet. But I don't know what to say about that. We're gonna be seeing it happen now. Casper going down just slightly. It's gonna be down to the 5v3 here. 303 making sure that no matter what, they are gonna be able to walk away to the next round here. Resai getting taken out immediately.
Yeah, and this is not looking good for first step, but they got rounds to spare. They are up 6-2. And even though if they go 6-3, which they probably will, unless we want to see some crazy plays by PK and Bait, but who knows? That 6-3 could turn into 6-4, 6-5, and then 6-6, and all of a sudden you're looking down the barrel of an overtime, and you don't want the hack to happen. So, yeah, who knows?
Oh, but PK goes down, and that's gonna be up to Bait. Now, Bait is gonna be a massive fragger, but is he gonna be able to ace clutch? If he is, this is gonna go on his resume. If he's gonna be able to do this right now, but you know what? PK, he was in the right scenario, but if that Tinder date did not unmatch, he would have been in that right headspace to clutch it up and say, hey, I got somewhere to go. I got places to be. But now that he doesn't have that, he's got more time to dedicate to this match here. And he's got more time to let 303, get comfy a little bit and then just come back and clap him. But let's see what's going to happen. Now, Bait does have 1 minute to come in here. And now he is playing with one of the best assault rifles on attack here. And I think that he actually does have a chance, especially given the fact that, the only player on defense that has a full health bar is Sovereign, and everyone else going to be low. Triquarium going to be going down immediately here. Now we are going to be seeing Mozzie giving his position away here. Let's see if Bait's going to be able to pull it. He is looking the wrong direction. However, is he going to be able to get this peek here? There's going to be two people peeking, and he's going to be able to do a little bit of damage there. The Alda not able to go burr, but he's going to be able to take out Krill. The 3v1. What's happening? We're going to be seeing Bait. He's going to be down to, he's throwing the spicy bread, going to be making it seem like he's going to be attacking from a different angle here. He's going to be able to pick up the kill. Possibly, no, he's going to be doing a lot of damage to Vicacious. What is happening? You're looking the wrong direction. He's going to be able to get taken out, and that's it. 303 bringing it back.
I was tense because I actually thought that could have happened. If you take out the Mozzie, the Maestro's on low health. You swivel, you get that. And then you got 1v1. And we know Ace's situation in 1v1s. It has gone so well, and now it's still match point 303. That was, you had 5v1. You still should not have allowed that to go to a 3v1. But going over to Aviator, going over to this site, this could be it. But 303, they want to make sure it is not, and they're going with a very, very similar lineup.
That is, yeah, wow. This is going to be down to the wire right now. It looks like they are going to be trading out a lot of those weird picks that we saw before, going for this is the more traditional attacker layout here. And 303, they're sweating right now.
I think that might have just been haha funny round. Funny operators were up 6-2, so picking operators, because we just saw the droning in with a Twitch, and just that's really not going to happen very much in competitive play. It's just testing the waters of how mentally boomed is your opponent, basically. How sloppy are they done? Are they done just playing the match? Do they want to go home? Do they want to take a nap? And sadly, 303, they're not out of this. They are still in this match. And even though their chances of getting a clean 3 points are over, they still have a chance of knocking first attempt down, making sure that they stay below that 6-team margin.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I think 303 at the very least, if they just want to close up first attempts around differential, because even if they lose, even if they take it out, the one thing they can say is that, we lost, but we took away their round differential. If we're going down, you're going down with us. But PK, and he's going to be out for vengeance. I think that he's closing in on the anger stage of grief here, and I think that we're going to be seeing that reflect in his gameplay, and as we see this more aggressive play style come out right now.
And first attempt, they don't actually, I believe, need to win this with a flawless. All they need to do is win this. They are 1 point behind Pride, and a win, even in overtime, would put them over that threshold. So they can take all the rounds they need. All they need to do in the end is just bring home the game. But Vicacious taking out Flinties is not going to be that step. First attempt, they've gone down a man and won a round in the past. Can they do it again?
Correct me if I'm wrong. Is it the same order? Was Flinty's the one that went down first last round as well, or was that Rasai?
I do not know for sure, but all that frag grenade is going to do a ton of damage.
Oh no, absolutely unfortunate. Krill, was that? Are we going to talk about Krill right now? Are we going to talk about that grenade?
I mean, I believe the point of that was to destroy Bates' Selma.
I think that.
What?
So wait, was there 2 grenades that went out, or because it looked like that grenade bounced out?
He's in sight.
Let's see what's gonna happen. PK, he goes down immediately. The Wub Cannon gonna be giving away his position here. Bait gonna be learning from his mate's mistake. Gonna be seeing right now as he pushes through. And 303 locked in the site here. They're not gonna be letting anything get in front of them right now. And looks like Casper gonna be attempting to utilize that utility, but unfortunately, Jaeger's trophy system is gonna be there to make sure that utility doesn't go very far. Rasai right now getting absolutely ready for this pixel peep right now. He knows that if 303 decides to peek him, they're going to be dead. But let's see what's going to happen. The 5v3 here. 303 is doing everything in their power, but unfortunately for them, they still have to deal with Casper and Bait and Rasai.
Right now, it looks like first attempt. They're just kind of stuck. They don't exactly know what to do, and they're slowly betraying. You're looking away at the exact same time. Rainbow succeeds. It just happens, and now Casper goes down, and now Rasai and Bait, they're just stuck in the study. Really no way to push forward. No Selbas, no air jabs, no flashbangs, 1 smoke grenade, and just a whole bunch of bullets and enemies to go up against.
Oh, and as Bait goes down, just gonna be up to Rasai here. Rasai is not even gonna be able to pick up 1 here. Let's see if he is. Now, unfortunately, Casper, he had such a close call, but that just wasn't able to work out. Rasai gonna be he is gonna be able to pick up 1, but with only 1 second remaining, that is gonna be the end of the round here. He's just gonna be calling it right there. He just walks away from the keyboard, just says, God, we really gotta come back from this. But yeah, what an amazing end of round play right there. Look at that room where absolutely nothing was happening. I love Siege.
Now it's 6-4. It was 6-2. It's 6-3, and now it's 6-4. That clock is just ticking away. First attempt. They lose this round. Oh, that's a lot of pressure on them. It is mounting. And right now, you look at the kills. You've got 3 kills on the side of first attempt, and almost every single person on the side of 303 has more than 1 kill. That really shows you that they came back after this rehost, and they are punching back with a passion. They do not want this map to go slowly into the night.
Maybe the rehost was actually worth it. I was kind of memeing before saying, all first attempts got to do is like, hey, click win. But, 303, I think that rehost is going to be doing them a favor. And one of the things a lot of people don't usually talk about with that rehost situation is that you're actually taking away time from, being warm. That was about a 10-minute break, 8-minute break, in which they, first attempt, they were warm, they were hot off the ovens. And, they actually had a nice momentum. And 303 calling for that rehost, it ended that momentum. And, I think that actually is going to be the most important part here. But first attempt, it's still match point. If they win this, it's all over. That round differential might be lower, but they could have this right now.
Yeah, but they still need to finish it. It sounds so easy, but in reality, it is just so hard finishing it out. First attempt, we obviously all know that they have it in them. But Casper, PK, and Fleas, they have yet to get a kill in these 2 rounds. And it's just been Bait and Rasai who, before this rehost, have generally not been really showing up in the kill feed. It's just been these other players. And now we're starting to see that they are attacking the site very aggressively. We don't see Sovereign or anybody holding into 90. So obviously this is allowing them into study. And now it's going to allow them to really think about how they want to attack the rest of this round.
Do you think 303 is doing that intentionally? I mean, obviously they have a little bit of forethought going into it, but last time, Bait and Casper were locked into study, and then 303 was just able to come in and just be gone, and they actually clutched that round up. But let's see what's going to happen right now, especially as I get ready to watch Silver's Alda go burr. And we're watching Vicacious, backing himself into the site here, playing a lot more conservatively right now. 303, they got to do this correctly. PK could be throwing that frag there. Hopefully it's going to not, oh, nope, yep, that Jaeger was planted in just the right position. But let's see what's going to happen. Versailles planting those air jabs there to make sure that there's going to be no cheeky rotations. Watching now 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock. What are we looking at?
Yeah, no real extended roam, and now first attempt, they only just might be realizing this, as now they can really start their attack onto the site. You've got PK in master bedroom and no hard breach available because that mute jammer is just going to put an end to it. And they know Vicacious is near this statue, but there's not really anything they can do about it. They don't have any frags. They don't have any. They've got 1 concussion, 2 concussions to their name. Casper still has yet to use those. But this entry on the site as now that mute jammer shot, and Bait can start using it as Vicacious is taken down in a refrag onto PK. At 4v4, 50 seconds left. First attempt need to put a finisher and a check mark onto this round.
Absolutely, and what is it going to be incredible right there? Sovereign pick up that double kill. That's what I was talking about before. Sovereign, he was doing some work on 303 side, but he is going to be back at it right now. Resite is going to be getting the bomb down. This is going to be huge right now, especially as Bait picks up Sovereign, and it's going to be down to 3v3 here. Resite with the bomb down. We're going to be seeing now kind of a similar pull up over here, but Bait going to be picking up Triquarium. Silver trading it right back out, taking out Resite. It's a 2v2 right now. Krill going down. Bait picking up the triple kill. What's going to happen right now? We're going to be seeing Flint and Bait. If they get this win, it's all over. Silver going to be falling out of the air jab, and Bait rotating back around. Silver making that all to go burr. It's all up to him. Silver, if you don't do this, you're going to be dead. 1 HP, and that's the round. That's going to be the win here by first attempt, winning both maps. Absolutely incredible energy. First attempt, they brought it back.
Yeah, they finally did it. I think a lot of us, after those 2 rounds, were kind of doubting if it was actually going to end in regulation, if we were going to have to go to overtime, but there we go. Just wipe the sweat off. The heart's pounding, hands are shaking, but we're done. Bait coming alive after that Rio. 6 kills and absolutely putting first attempt on his back.
Light rose my heart after that round.
Whew. That could have definitely gone anyway.
It really could have, and I am just super excited to have been there for all that. And really, that just solidified. We were talking about it before. If first attempt can pick up both rounds, that's going to be putting them all the way up top. So what are the standings now? Did first attempt do it? Are they top 6?
I believe they should have gotten 21 points, and that would put them above Pride, who had 19 points. So that means now that they are in the top 6.
Absolutely incredible. And I think once again we see Chief coming in here with these predictions. My man's doesn't miss.
Yeah, and Visionary, I believe I actually do not know, is this the last week of SCS? Do we have any more, or is this mean that first attempt has solidified their position?
That is a question.
5 more weeks. Okay, so we have I am a stinky brain. We've got a lot more to go.
We've got a lot more to come, especially in the next coming weeks here. We've got many matches per week here. I think it's actually ramping up a lot more. There's going to be a lot more screen time here. And yeah, I'm super excited. We're going to be coming in here with this interview here. We got our boy here from first attempt, Bait. How are you doing, Bait, especially after that game?
I'm feeling great, man.
And before we talk about that match, I gotta ask, PK in his Tinder date, did that affect the performance through the game?
I mean, it probably gave him some much needed motivation because he is pretty lonely. So
oh wow,
I think that really helped him in his fragging power. Gave him that motivation.
Absolutely. Okay, so tell us a little bit about what happened after that rehost. You guys had such powerful momentum, in that second map, and then that rehost happened, and then 303 they kind of brought it back a couple rounds, but you guys were able to clutch it up in the end.
Yeah, I mean, that first attack we did when they went kitchen was kind of us trying something that didn't really pan out. And then on the next round, I made a mistake of throwing both my ace charges on the wall when he was impact checking. So like they ended up keeping that wall close, so we couldn't really do anything. Had to funnel through doorways. So overall, it was just 2 mistakes on our part that gave them those 2 rounds. But then we cleaned it up on the next round. So.
Light Rose, do you have any questions?
I just, now that you're technically in that top half, does that kind of boost your mentality going into these last matches that you've got going up against?
Yeah, I mean, we feel like we are in that top half no matter what. So we're just putting in the work in to get there. It's definitely a great motivation that we're in it and we're ready for playoffs. Man.
And that's definitely a great mentality to have. And just, yeah, great job. First attempt. You guys won both of those maps. You guys definitely deserve a celebratory dinner after that, I'd say. And Bait, could you take my boy PK out? I think he needs it.
No promises, man. He lives really far away from me. So.
All right. Do you have anyone you want to shout out?
Just obviously my teammates. They're amazing. Flint, PK, Casper. And also shout out to Rez. He's actually our coach, but he was filling in for us today because we're in the process of looking for a fifth. Shout out to everybody who supports us. First attempt. We've been grinding. We're trying to make everybody proud. So just watch out for us, man. We're coming.
All right.
Awesome. Love to hear it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Well, that was a match.
That was certainly something.
You act like that was just that we saw some poor siege, that it was a blowout. That was a great match, Artie.
Those 2 maps, back to back, first attempt, kind of looking at the predictions, the underdogs, everyone was saying, in those predictions, everyone had 303 written down there, but first attempt coming in hot. And Light Rose, you even were pinning 303.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not the best. I am not Chief. I don't think my predictions all season have been very good. So I'm definitely not the person that really should be the say all when it comes to predictions. So it happens.
All good, all good. Well, thank you everybody so much for watching. We got one more game coming up right here after this short 10-minute intermission. So once again, you guys stick around. Be sure to follow if you haven't already. And yeah, we'll be seeing you very shortly. I have been Artie. This has been Light Rose. And thank you so much.